take a devil fruit user such as myself and you just... I can't control it. Oh, wait, it wasn't a paramecia yell. I'm actually being controlled by the spirit of the former Yell Man, known as, Knee Cringe. That's the guy. I'm possessed by the god of the earth. There it is. That's what I am. That's who I am. Welcome. Another episode. Shut the hell up of Talking Pirates. We're talking about another chapter of One Piece, everybody, and it feels good to be back. Welcome all. But don't forget, Nate, honor does not matter. That's so true, bestie. Honor isn't matter. Yo-ho, he took a bite of, what was it? No, that's not it.
Yo-ho, he took a bite of...
What was it? Knee cringe? There you go. Okay. Am I low? Here, I'll turn up a little bit. I might have fucked with my mic a little bit lately. Hello. How's this? Test. I don't know. I feel like everyone's always lying to me about my volume level, but that looks pretty good. I'm at the top of the green on my thing. Okay, excellent. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Happy Friday. Happy weekend, everybody. Now, I was going to say, before we continue our quest... Oh, wait, no. Let me go over to Le Chapter, and let's just get right along fucking with it, shall we? Okay, here we go. Boom. Well, bam, boom, bam, bop. Before we begin Le Chapter, everybody, you know what you must do. All right, you know what you got to do.
That's pretty good,
Because
right?
I've got a surprise for you. I'll hold the line there, Jam Joe Marshall. I'll be back with you in a moment. I've got an announcement to make, everybody. An announcement that isn't a new announcement. You already heard it. Is that a new upload for Best Guy Ever on YouTube.com? Best Guy Ever? What the hell is that? That's so crazy. I'm feeling absolutely like the Joker, baby. Yes. It's accurate. I know. Wow, Nate. This is a little convenient, huh? Okay, a little convenient writing for this plot development, wouldn't you say? Yes, I made a video. You guys should go watch it whenever you feel like it, because it's good. Live reaction to the entire BG video. Great idea. Great idea. Hey, you should do that, okay? Hey, you should go click on this video, all right? You should go do that. And then even more... Oh, no. Let's save that for the thing. More importantly, you should go down here to a website called patreon.com/bestguyever and give me money. Okay, this is very crucial that you do that. And you go give me money on this website here, okay? So that you can get the additional sweet content, because there will be a new BG monthly cast coming fairly soon that will be good and big and juicy. So it's good. It's worth your time. I'll promise you that. And but it won't be immediate, but it'll be very soon. It'll be very soon. All right. Okay, anyway, thanks for all your money, everybody. Now, speaking of money, let me go check the people. Ranos, it is in fact soon in quotation marks, but I don't know. I'd give it I'd say like three weeks at the most for that. I've got like 1 or 2 things I got to finish up, but you'll see it before too much longer. Okay, and certainly be within next month. That's guaranteed. Right, the suburb people. Let me pull that up. Who was that? If Hackta wins this week, I will sub to the Patreon. Hey, so be it. Okay, Jam Joe Marshall, 6 months. Where is it? No, that's not it.
Easy money!
Okay, that's good. That's appreciate. But also...
Thank you, Baxter.
TYB. Thank you, Baxter. Appreciate that. And Grandpa Grumple, for 18 months, he planned this video since Chapter 1.
Thank you, Baxter.
Very true. Oh, wait. Let me do that
Thank
again.
you, Baxter.
Very convenient writing, very hacked on my part, but I learned from the best. What can I say? Okay, so my son loves Shin Ultraman Nojo. I'm so glad to hear that, as always. Me too. My wife's son is a big fan. So let's go enjoy the video with him, please. All right. What's going on? Do I have anything else to do? Nope, that's all done. Okay, let's just get to it, right? I've got things to do. Wait, Chaos Kiwi, I'm still reeling from the massacre of my bits being taken by Hackta. Well, that must have been what, oh yeah, of course we've got to do the voting. That was what, like 3 weeks ago now? Let me pull up the thing here. Let's fucking go over here. The voting's over here. What was it? Okay, so last week, Goda pulled it out for I believe the 2nd week in a row. Being taken by Hackta. That must have been, that was like 3 weeks ago, right? Because I think Goda won the last 2. If I remember correctly. Ooh, a loss of 100,000. Yikes. Thanks for those bits. Reddit Sephiroth holds the line for Hackta, as I recall. Very, very impressive. Very honorable. And so, okay, hey, you know, Well, Goda could continue the streak, or there may be a subversion, you know, there may be a changing of the guard. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll see. My wife's boyfriend said he'd buy me Film Red on Blu-ray. I'm so excited to see my favorite character, Uta, planned since Chapter 1. And it feels good. It feels good. It feels like I'm bet on Salty Bet. I don't know what that is, but I use my context clues and figure it out because I'm a genius. Okay, let's start reading the fucking chapter, shall we? I see no reason to fuck around. Ikimasu. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Uta fan watches her movie for the first time. Ooh, a devastating jab. Okay, let me just crack this cold one here. Oh, right, I forgot. We have to actually start the bet. Thank you, Supa. You're Frankie Bros? You're Frankie Bros? Could it be? All right, start prediction. Here we go. Is it Goda or is it Hakta? You know what it is. Goda or Hakta. You've got 30 minutes. That's as long as it goes. Begin the voting! All jokers begin undermining our civilization immediately. Okay, all right, here's the chapter. Okay. Cover. It is a nice cover. I like Vegapunk. He is cute and funny. I like him a lot. I like his apple head. Luffy's future outfit is, you know, it's nice and all. It's cool stuff. Chopper, mildly cute. Okay, literally get him out of here. I don't care about Chopper anymore because Oda killed him. What's the drink? Ooh, it's heavy, you know. It's just real rich with alcohol. It's Food Lion seltzer water, lemon lime, 0 calories. It's that, you know, what do they call that? That Fanta shit. Not, what am I saying? Not Fanta. That flavorless water, you know, that's what it is. With like, it's like someone in the next room cut a lime, you know, and so that's what it is. All right, so Ikimasu. Wait, let me read some Japanese. Is that Han? I don't know. Shonen Jumpu. I'm a genius. Okay, I can read Japanese. I'm so smart, everyone. Be impressed by me. Okay, here we go. All right, to TCB, we got to say
thank you, Baxter.
Appreciate the good work, boys, as always. Where's No Sir? No Sir. Appreciate that. Teal, aka Fizo, that devious dog. Thanks, everybody, for your hard work. But not Hakta. No, I hate you, Hakta, for cursing me with another chapter of One Piece. Okay, now what does Goda have to say to defend himself from our barbs and jabs and attacks this week? Okay, Hakta is quoted as saying thus: after the final screening of Film Red Base, Film Red referenced immediate Goda spikeage. Okay, we had BBQ with all the major staff members. I wish I could share meat with everyone like that. Okay, Theory Bros! He's a wishing. What's another name for a wish? Another name for a wish is a dream. Who's a character in the series with a dream? Luffy. Who was in chapter 1 of One Piece? It was Luffy. Who else was there? Uta. She put everyone into a dream world. Luffy, in fact, had a dream when he was young. And could it be that Oda's revealing suddenly that he wants to share meat with everyone in the world? The layers. That must be it. Nika. I'm seeing the connection. Devil fruit made by dreams? Uta Bros? What did he mean by this? I'm sorry, Niki boy. I apologize. It's gonna get loud, though, so you might want to turn it down. Frankie's VA convinced him to put another Year of Frankie panel. Frankie's VA cashed in his entire cachet, you know, his entire je ne sais quoi, as a man who's kind of associated with One Piece and Oda, to say, please, it's the Year of Frankie. Let him have one panel this chapter. I'm begging you. And Oda said, no. Okay. All right. No cover arc, thank God. We're spared from the Germa double cringe panel yet again this week. But, okay, Robin's looking cute. Unfortunately, is new Robin, okay? New equal bad, old equal good, as we all know. Chopper's fine. Nami looks cute. That's fine. Frankie's looking cool. Sanji is fine. Luffy just looks like his wanted poster. Whatever, that's fine. Zoro's pretty cool. Brook's very cool. Jinbei, whatever, he looks okay. There's fine. Sanji is indeed busting out that bussy, and his shirt says, kill two bull with one... Kill two... what did he mean by this? I don't like where this is going, Sanji. Okay. I mentioned Frankie. Frankie actually looks quite cool. I like it. I think, yeah, his nostrils are quite wide open here. He's trying to get some posterior, you know, gamer girl scent going on here. Brook looks great, though, as always. Okay, first moment of Hakta, okay. Am I an asshole for thinking that, like, okay, Brook looks like fine here. Brook is, in fact, an 88-year-old man. and yet he dresses like a Zoomer 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like, what I'm just saying, Brooke came into the story dressed in a dapper suit and top hat, okay? I'm just saying, I loved that Brooke. I was into that. Where's his, like, you know, classes for men is what I'm saying, you know? Where's that at? Look, man, Brooke, you're right. Brooke is a performer and a rock star. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And he's got drip. No one here is arguing that Brooke doesn't have drip. I guess what I'm saying is I miss Brooke, what was he called when he first appeared? The gentleman skeleton. Yeah, exactly. Swag is for boys, class is for men, okay? And Brooke is a man with a man's needs. Let's continue, shall we? Okay. Grandpa Fidget Spinner, yeah, that's him. Whatever, both are fine, but I must say, in the continuing new piece cycle of One Piece, we've dropped a lot of old stuff and committed to new stuff. For example, where the fuck is Robin's cowboy hat, Hacta? Okay, I'm sorry. Hacta just massively spiked right now because Robin continues to not be wearing a cowboy hat, okay? I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. This just is the fact of the matter. Okay, it's looking very strong for Hacta Bros right now. Very unfortunate. Okay. So, when we last left our heroes, they were going to free these guys, maybe, because they're all going to get murdered otherwise. And so it looks like these guys are actually trying to kill the CP0 agents, right? Is this, or maybe we just don't know. It's a little unconfirmed if they're trying to kill both or just one or whatever. I guess I won't even bother speculating because we just don't really know yet. Maybe they're going for both, but whatever. They are still getting in the way of the attacks, so they need to save them regardless. Okay, can't see and you let us cuff you later. That's not true when we're out of danger. Okay, whoa. Moment of character for Kaku? It's been a while since that one. Haha, we'll put on these restraints. Back on without a fight, he said. Go, go, go ominously. Really? If that's the case? Okay, you know what? This was Goda right here. This was funny and I did laugh. I like how creepy Kaku is. Kaku was kind of, I don't know. He had like, I think Seb, we were talking in the Discord earlier today. Or was it yesterday? Whatever. One of these recent days since it came out. Of, like, Kaku actually having a bit more personality than the rest of the CP0 agents. Which probably is true. I must say, I don't remember him saying the thing about, like, how he actually liked those guys and would miss them. I do remember that being kind of implied generally. That, like, no, yeah, they were secret agents. But they kind of did actually like those guys. And, like, if the mission didn't come first, they might be happy to hang out with them and stuff, you know? But anyway, Kaku does have a bit of personality, but this is his, like, devious secret agent side being, like, you know, just, like, lying and manipulating to get out of the situation. Yeah, I'm sure he knows, like, there's no way that anyone would buy it. And then, of course, Legag with Luffy. Okay, Luffy would, in fact, buy it because he's retarded. Covers most of his face. Good panel. Yeah, and the sound effects, the go, go, go. And I'm glad they said loom. Excuse me, I've read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, okay? I know what go, go, go means. It means Gomu Gomu no Bazooka.
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum.
Right, I'm aware of what that means. Okay, anyway. So as you can see, Mihawk-chan is doing some sort of fast cock extension attack here. You can see, like, a lot of blurring going on from this area. Okay, very impressive. Okay, I like it. I like it. And he does what? Does he know Rankyaku? Clearly he's learned this from the CP0 agents, because otherwise I'm going to have to call Hacta. All right, whatever. So he does a slashy attack, and then Nani? What is this? How could this be happening? So Mihawk-chan does in fact have the dice. Oh wait. Oh, I believe it's the Sube no Mi. Hang on, let me check that. Sube no Mi, or was it Supa? Was it Supa? Oh no, Sube. Excuse me. Sube was Alvida's. It was the Supa because he's a superhero. That was the one. Excuse me. Yep, Supa no Mi, which is why, FYI, fans of the Hacta series known as One Piece. Wait, hang on. Let me pull this up if I can find it. Oh, come on, it was in like it was on a cover page. Where the fuck was it? Okay, I was gonna pull up an image of Le Fun Meme Pun about how Daz Bones, Mr. One. You know, I actually am unironically clapping. And pogging. That's my pog noise when I see, you know, Mr. One, old piece man himself here. What was I saying? I was saying that because Mr. One ate the Supe no Mi, or it's like this onomatopoeia for like slicing or whatever it is. it's like a pun, because if you remember Miss Golden Week's cover arc like 1,000 chapters ago, everyone like got to dress up as their like ideal like vision of whatever, as Miss Golden Week is like trying to break him out of jail or whatever. Yes, I did make a video about that during Mia Maffava 2, I believe it was. Yeah, whatever. Supe sounds like superhero. Supa sounds like superhero. And so he dressed up like a superhero. So it's like a pun. And also it's like sort of character building. And also in that same shit, we saw that Crocodile was like sort of like blushing and embarrassed because he was also dressed up like a pirate king. Oh, it was actually like character building for Crocodile and making him look like slightly relatable and not like the unironic warmonger monster that he actually is, who deserves zero redemption and should go to jail forever, even though we all love him. And I'm glad to see our boy doing so well. You know, it feels good. Pirate King Croco was indeed based. I know, remember Good Piece? Certainly not this chapter, hacked bros, am I right? Okay. Okay, but no, since everyone's getting devil fruits of these, like, of the Seraphim or whatever, this is, I mean, it seems like a pretty natural fit for your boy, you know, for your boy Mihawk-chan, and I like it. I think it's cool, and I like it, and that's really all I have to say about that. Pretty cool. And I guess I'll just say, you know, it checks out how they could have gotten his DNA, because Mr. One was in jail for, I don't know, at least, like, several months in the series as Luffy was, like, running around doing stuff after Alabasta and before, you know, whatever. Excuse me. Impel Down, right, that's the one. Okay, so anyway, so he's got the green blood. Okay, we're checking all the boxes. Thank you, Goda. Appreciate that.
That's pretty good,
Is it
right?
Hakta that all the Seraphim we've seen happen to have devil fruits we've already seen? Well, you could give that a tad bit of convenience piece, okay? You could maybe give it a little bit of that. I don't dislike it, because I actually kind of like the connections it gives to old characters. And especially, like, with Mr. One, you know, he was in jail. It would make sense how they would have access to him and could, like, steal his, you know, biological material and whatever. So, I don't really have a problem with it. But I will say that, like, it's never a bad thing for... I'll say this, not to be too harsh on Oda, but a lot of my criticisms of Oda in recent months and years, really, decades perhaps, has been the diminishing amount of creativity, of like new creativity, and it's still One Piece. It's not that it's zero. It's things you see in the form of like just like lots of old characters coming back instead of new characters being added. Again, it's not all bad, nothing like that. I'm just saying, and when you do get like an amazing new, whoa, check out, okay, let's review. What's the amazing creativity of the recent devil fruits that we've been introduced to by Oda? The sick fruit given to Doc Q. Oh, right. That does. It makes you sick. Okay. Ooh, the strong fruit that the strong man Jesus Burgess has. Wow, that's some creativity right there. I mean, the warp fruit was cool, but pretty basic idea, I guess. Yeah, I mean, compare the warp fruit, which is cool, exactly, to Big Mom's, Big Mom's is plot relevant and it like shapes the world in which it exists, defines its entire arc. Its backstory is fucking awesome. You know, maybe it's a little bit much to expect Oda to like introduce lots of fun devil fruit powers for like the Blackbeard pirates in the same chapter. They're like, and he's like cutting from scene to scene, from shot to shot, all over the place. You know, it's like I would want to, you know, as much as I possibly could, I would want to encourage Oda to do more creativity, but that doesn't make this particular one Hakta. You know, I wouldn't say. You can't comprehend the intelligence of Doc QAnon using his fruit to give Blackbeard reverse AIDS, strength sickness, and make him top one in the verse. You got me there, Supa. You got me. Speaking of Supa, is it in connection? Did Goda plan this as chapter 1?
Thank you, Baxter.
Right now. Okay, Supa in the chat and on the page. I'm deeply impressed, Goda. You did it again. All right. If you don't think that unironically makes Goda spike in the voting of this chapter, then you're just watching the wrong stream, my friend. Okay, so Zolo-chan is fucking around with Kaku. Helmet Boy Shaka is asking what the mission is. Eliminate all Vegapunks. Kill them all. I love genocide. Direct quote from Rob Lucci. Okay, I love eviscerating clans, families, races, species. My man loves it all, and I'm right there with him. Okay, but this is funny. Lucci's, their characters are working well here. Of like Lucci's being just like a straightforward sociopath or psychopath is what I'm trying to say. Just admitting what the mission is, because he's too justice pilled. He's way justice pilled, and he just doesn't give a fuck. Excuse me. Oh, Kuwachi says, just watched Shin Ultraman. Really enjoyed the editing. I think it's a good format to use of my video. Oh, well, thank you. Also, that movie was edited pretty well, I guess. So, anyway, Lucci here, he cannot tell a lie. He's like me. His brain is too big. His morals are too big. He cannot tell a lie. He's just that red pill on life. But Kaku is much more duplicitous and devious. He would kill your mother for a nickel or something like that. All right. Well, actually, Lucci would definitely do that too. He'd do it for free, though. And that's the difference, all right? He would do it for free. Kaku needs payment. Very unimpressive. Chad Kainu will kill the world government and celestial dragons while Jobber Lucci continues to suck them off. So true, baby. So true. You think Akainu respects the 10 Ryubito? You really think that? Of course not. No one thinks that. He's gonna murder them all. That's why Akainu is going to be redeemed. If there was ever a Chapter 1 character in the works, all right, it's Akainu, who's too base to be contained by the world government. The final battle that none of you expected, but I did because I have a 10,000 IQ, is going to be Akainu versus Kong-sama. Remember Kong and that one time he appeared? Yeah, that's gonna be the final battle right there. Because Kong is top 1, no doubt about it, all right? Kong's forearms have like built the red line single-handedly, basically. There's stuff of otherworldly content. All right. Anyway, back to Stussy, which is what we're talking about here. Stuff and Stussy. Okay, I wouldn't let Stussy off the hook. Okay, it's like, good, right? Would you let Stussy off the hook if I let you go? Says this fucking dork nerd. I won't show her any mercy. I'll straight up murder her, bro. I will kill her ass. I'll pull her bussy inside out. And they're bickering. This is funny. This is good, and I do like it. Also, wait, I got some subs or something. Let me read that. Oh, it was K5 Josh, 45 centuries of subscribing. Thank you, Baxter. Easy money. Kong's #1 in the verse, unmatched only Roger, coming close. Very true. You're right, Reich. Or is it Reich of the third variety? Or is it fourth? I can't remember. Whichever you please. His eyes are well drawn. In scuffed piece, this is just, the art is just not looking very good these days. It's just the truth. It's extremely rough and not very attractive. But I do like the expression that's drawn there. And you just gotta go back to old piece, and it's crystal clear. Just not, like, everything's so fucking sloppy, but okay, whatever. We're in scuffed piece. It is what it is. The anime Jannies will clean it up, so nothing to worry about. And Nestle PK, 12 months, buddy.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't, I doubt the new editor is on the job yet, because the chapters get written a few weeks before they come out, as I recall, and, like, that guy is only taken over the job was like very soon or something. I mean, there's no way to know. Maybe he is in fact responsible for this chapter. I don't know. But all right, whatever. Let's move it along. Wait, did I miss? Let me just read. Jam Joe Marshall and Grandpa Grunkle. I read you guys subs, right? Yeah, I'm sure I did. Okay. All right. Anyway, so they want to get freed. Humor is ensuing between lead two characters. I like it. Okay, it's good. That was Nami. Oh, so that's Nami screaming off in the distance, right? Okay. All 4 of those things must be running wild. How are we meant to protect everyone on top of the 7 Vegapunks? Give me the cuffs, says Luffy. And so Shaka, being the silly boy that he is, trusts Goofy Luffy. Okay, so high IQ man over here trusts Goofy Luffy to manage the situation. I mean, I guess he is already counting on Luffy to protect them in general. So he's like, if you think you can protect everybody, then okay, I guess fine, just fucking just do it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, Nicky Boy. I'm screenshotting particularly awful panels to see if they're touched up in eventual volume releases. That's fine. You can always just, scroll back on TCB's website or something just to, save you the hassle. But, I do want to give some credits on like talking about the art. Look, I mean, to me, there is absolutely no debate. Rope fuel. I will redraw the entirety of Scuffed Piece if I have to. I feel that there is zero case to be made that the art quality of One Piece has not dropped significantly,
good, right?
significantly, and that a panel like this, the lines are sloppier. I don't know, like the lines are like wobblier. They're like thicker. It just looks worse and like less precise in many ways. This panel is like not, or this chapter is like not like super bad or anything. The art quality has dropped, but the soul is stable. The soul is good. The soul is good. And, Oda's been talking that, like, his eyesight has kind of gotten worse lately, which, I mean, maybe that's responsible. It also could just be, like, sort of an evolving style, because we've seen his style evolve a lot over time, I don't know. I'm not saying that it looks like shit or anything. It's just an overall trend that definitely is going on, I think. The lines on Lucci's cheek don't even connect. Well, that might be like it's like a sweat? I mean, I'm not one for judging, like, tiny little details like that in, like, a manga in general, I think it's fine if there's like little, like that's part of the fun, not everything has to be exactly precise, but I guess I would like it a little bit above this, I don't know. All right, anyway, so Vegapunk trusts Goofy Luffy. When the four guys are out of the way and you realize you can't beat me, you won't be a sore loser and go after my friends and the Vegapunks, right? He said goofily. You idiot, those guys won't fall for a taunt like that. Oh, but then they did, Fat Chance. You're the top priority on my hit list, you straw-hatted bastard. I won't go out of order, but your friends won't outlive you for long. He took the bait. Okay, that is a funny meme clip, and that would be a good sticker or emote in the server. So we should do that at some point. Ain't Oda like 60? Bro, no. Oda is like 45. Because Oda started One Piece when he was 19. When he was 19, and it's been going for, 25 years. Yeah, he's, I mean, just insanely skilled since he was young. And, just been doing One Piece ever since. It's true. Luffy, with his big brain, is playing them like fiddle. It's absolutely true. I mean, Oda just hit it. He hit it. I won't even say hit it lucky. He hit success. He tapped the vein in himself and in whatever, in the universe. Since he was very young. He had a couple of one-shots, and then at 19, he got picked up for real and became the best-selling mangaka of all time. Yeah. I wonder if it's fair to say, I wonder about this, is it fair to say that One Piece is the biggest cultural export out of Japan right now? I wonder about that. I mean, maybe something like the Honda Corporation, or, like something that like literally every human being in America is like familiar with, is a bit bigger than like just One Piece. Pokemon, you're right. That's a good point. Hentai. Excuse me. Toyota Bros. Get the fuck out of here. We're Honda stands out here. Oh, God, I'm burping. Ugh. What I ate before? Oh, I had some chili. Ooh, it's coming up. Okay, moving on. Okay, anyway, I do like this situation. Communism, right. Invented by Oda in Chapter 1 of One Piece. Yeah, very impressive. Mario, oh yes. See the new hit film, Mario Bros. Please pay me to shill your things for you, Nintendo. I like what's going on here. So I feel like Oda, okay? It's fun to look at this from a meta perspective. Oda needs to not make the audience uncomfortable, right? He needs to do that. Final Fantasy, no fucking way. Compared to, well, One Piece isn't like that old. Final Fantasy is pretty old. I don't know. Something. Chopsticks. Yeah, that's it. The Honda Civic alone solos all of Toyota's models. So true. So true. Okay, I was just going to say about this thing. Oh, no, it's the band Garugamesh. That's correct. That's what it is. Garugamesh. Oda's trying to make us comfortable with the fact that Luffy is releasing people who want to kill him and his friends from their chains. Now, he has successfully baited Lucci seemingly right here. Okay, but I must say, has Lucci in fact been established as a trustworthy man who doesn't go back on his word? He would never do such a thing. Lucci's honor you can depend on, because he would never put the mission over his own honor, or like lying to people, or being duplicitous to people. Okay, the man is a secret agent, who worked with Iceberg and was like his friend for years and then murdered him or did his best to. Okay, that's like the opposite of Lucci's character. This isn't really a, this actually doesn't really work, I think, the way that Oda's trying to. He's trying to, like, add honor to Lucci's character, right? Or at least, like, rely on his straightforwardness. Yeah, I'm with you, Epic. I don't think Luffy cares. He knows he can clap Lucci's cheeks, as established in the last fight. But the real issue, again, these are secret agent assassin murderers. Again, all that these guys need to do is slip away from Luffy or Zoro, like, very briefly, and then they can just, like, murder Vegapunk, which is their mission to do. So, I mean, these guys are giving themselves, like, a lot of extra ahead. Are you really going to be able to protect all the Vegapunks? They're here to murder them. Given the opportunity, I have no doubt that is, in fact, what they would do. This Lucci seems different from the spy in Water 7. I mean, I agree, and I don't think that makes sense. Like, what would have made him change? And nothing. I mean, it's just the situation is different. We know who he is here, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I find that, like, a bit of a stretch. I think that the trope that Oda is trying to tap into here of, like, how serious Lucci is, again, it's like, there's something of, like, a misunderstanding of this type of character I think Oda might be using here. Maybe he's aware of this. He finds it a little bit stretchy, but he's like, I can justify this narrative with it. Lucci is not an honorable man at all. At all. He will happily murder anyone the government tells him to, and maybe it's justified by, like, some justice thing. I don't know. He's just like the bitch boy of the world government. Like someone said before, he's going to be sucking celestial dragon cock while Akainu murders all of them, and it's going to be based. I don't know. Maybe it's that Lucci has only ever lost to Luffy. Maybe, I don't. And they're doing a thing that's like Luffy's taunting him. My point is, Lucci is not a guy who's actually going to put other things above the mission. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like, oh, remember when, like, Lucci was fighting Luffy, and, Luffy, obviously killing Luffy is not as important as murdering or capturing Nico Robin. Murdering her would go a long way, so that's fine. Just do that. Oh, I don't know. He's just a murder hobo. It's literally in his backstory when he kills hostages when given a hair's breadth of an excuse. Base department?
Shut up, bitch!
That's what he said. Oh, I'm just like a poor homeless slave. I need a little help. A world government, please stop being mean to me. Meanwhile, Lucci comes in.
Shut up, bitch!
Instantly kills you. Doesn't give a shit. I don't know. The kind of the point I'm getting into is just like, we're not working to, like, a redemption arc, are we here, Oda? I don't think he is. I think Oda's not going to try that. I think he's just trying to, like, justify, why Lucci won't go murder all of Luffy's friends immediately, which he definitely could if he just, for a split second, pulled himself out of, like, rivalry with Luffy or something and just actually did his job. And the thing is, I do feel that is more in keeping with Lucci's character, and Kaku too, probably. Especially if Lucci knows he's weaker than Luffy, which he does now. I really do not think that he would have any interest in, like, 1v1ing Luffy. He's mission oriented. I don't think Lucci is vain like that, not particularly anyway. I guess he does enjoy being top dog and murdering people, but I don't know. I don't think he's motivated by vanity particularly. Maybe I could, do another analysis of the character. Maybe I'd fail differently if I reread some of the older stuff and be like, no, he could have gone and killed Robin. It's just he need to fight Luffy here, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see where it goes. We'll see if it's bullshit. The year of Lucci marches on. Okay, so by the way, what I thought was going on here, because this would have been very cute. I thought was that, like, this panel was merged with this panel, and that what it sort of was implying was that these two are arguing, and, like, directly behind them, Shota Kuma, who's still 50 feet tall, is like directly behind Luffy charging his Ursa Major, whatever the fuck it's called. And they would be like, oh, they're distracted by their infighting as cute little Kuma is about to blast their asses. Unfortunately, no. Goda did not write this panel. Hakta wrote it. Okay, Hakta is absolutely spiking right now because my headcanon didn't come true simply because I misread something that wasn't accurate. That's the worst thing that Hakta can do when writing a chapter, okay? Very unfortunate, but maybe he'll redeem himself. We'll find out. Okay, Ursa Shock. They freed the guys. Big blast. Okay, everyone's dodging. They're doing great. Okay, fine. Crocodile was also very mission-oriented, but with Luffy, he kind of put the mission aside. Well, okay, first of all, that may well be true. Crocodile's not an issue here. I guess I'll just think about that for a moment. Sorry about the fucking planes going by. Crocodile... Well, he really only fought Luffy when he had to, I thought. I don't know. Like, when he first showed up, he was trying to stop Crocodile from, like, running away or whatever. And he, like, grabbed him and they had a fight, blah, blah, blah. And that's where Crocodile, like, pierced him and stuff. And then the second one, Luffy was again, they met in that courtyard. They were fighting. He was trying to save the king. Crocodile kind of needed to fight him. I don't know. It seemed like all the times he really needed to fight Luffy because there was, like, no one to defend him or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Didn't Croc save some peeps during Marineford? Yeah, he saved, like, Luffy during Marineford as they were trying to escape from, I believe it was Akainu, if I remember correctly. But it was he cut some Logia dude in half, as I recall. But anyway, we'll see. Chapter was great, but the smart money is on Hakta. We'll see. We'll see. Now, what's Gear 4? What? From what, Devil Fruit?
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum.
Okay, now okay, well, Gum, sorry about this, Bonnie. Oh, right, because he's hitting the dad, son, or whatever. Okay, what I want to say about that is just, okay, so it's like cool to see Gear 4th again. I don't mean to be too, like, weirdly nitpicky or whatever, but it's just, yeah, what Gabriel just said. Now, I'm a little confused. Didn't Oda just establish, just, like, a couple chapters ago, Luffy was like, I always go all out. That was like 2 chapters ago or something. And, like, I thought that was his justification for why he, like, will always use Gear 5th. Because if he's not using Gear 5th right now, I mean, I just totally don't understand the logic for, like, why Luffy would ever fight at not his maximum amount of power. Because, again, Oda has not done anything to justify that, like, Gear 5th is, like, so taxing on him or whatever. Okay, yes, he does turn into old man mode afterward. That's absolutely true. And you know, maybe at the end of this thing, at the end of this, like, situation, Oda will say... Wait, no, because after Luffy uses Gear 4th, he turns into Mini-Man mode. He still does that. So, like, after either form, he's still gonna power down and stuff. Okay, well, let's say that's a comedy line. That's fine. We could totally disregard that line. I have no problem with that. But then it's just, I just don't have any information as to why he's gonna use one form versus the other. And, like, after Gear 4th, he loses Haki. Okay, that's one thing that happens. Oh, okay, right. I was wrong. It's not that he goes Mini anymore. Excuse me, that was his old Gear 4 thing. It's that he can't use Haki. That's right. I don't know. I guess I just want some information. I will continue to not understand why he won't use his full power. And I guess it's fair to say, well, okay, I guess it is in fact, is it in fact canon? No, it is actually, it is confirmed canon now that I think back, that Luffy had Gear 4th since the time skip. Because in the flashback during Dressrosa or whatever, to, like, him and Rayleigh was like, oh, wow, you could use that form to, like, take down the big beast on the island. He had Gear 4th the whole time. He didn't need to use it at any point during that match or whatever. So, like, clearly Luffy was not going full power. Okay, not to get hung up on that line or whatever, but, like, he was content using Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd through all of, like, Fishman Island, Punk Hazard, whatever else there was, I can't remember offhand. They went straight to Dressrosa after that, right? Yeah, after Punk Hazard, that's right. TBH, Luffy had Gear 4th since Chapter 1. Obviously true. Very true. Gear Omega's coming. Gear 8, Gear Reverse. Okay, it's coming. True. After releasing men from literal shackles, Luffy is feeling significantly less free. Very true, Reddit. My man. I relate to him for some reason, Reddit. You know, something about him just really feels... I feel a kinship there, you know? Okay, anyway, he does Kongun and Roku Ogan. He did the thing. He did the yeah! Cool! And then Slice and Dyson, or Onigiri, Tempest Kick, White Thunder. I don't know if that's a new one. Who cares either way? Very cool, lads. Very epic and dope. By the way, Zoro's looking still, let's just mention, Zoro's drip continues to be ridiculous. Okay, Zoro looks absolutely great out there. Love to see it, King. Okay, so everyone's getting fucked up and slashed and murdered and dead. Okay, I love to see it. Looks great. Beating up children. Base? Yeah, call the base department on this one. We have an incident report to file. Okay, so that's done. We've resolved the tension here. They're going to team up, and hopefully they don't murder all of Luffy's friends. Okay, great. Okay, so now, deep within the lab, things are going on. P-O-O-T, poot. Okay. need food. Haven't had a decent meal in over 2 months. I've already eaten all my friends here, and all that's left is my ass. Oh no. I wonder if we'll ever be allowed to leave. Are we gonna die here? World Government Intelligence, CP5, 7, and 8. Wow. Can CP1 get an appearance, please? Where are my boys in CP1? All right. I'm sure they're top lads, deserving of spotlight. Okay. 2 months back, we were meant to set sail after our inspection of Egghead. Those weaponized CBs attacked us. Okay, they were so these are the CP guys. Okay. Well, okay. First of all, right. I feel that this line of haven't had a decent meal implies that they've had something to eat. Maybe they've been like given stuff by food canisters or something. I don't know. Truly, only an evil woman could be behind this. Lilith bros. Clearly the act of a Lilith individual. Be allowed to leave. Okay, are we gonna die here? Blah blah. Okay. They were attacked and then were trapped. So we remember in the story, it was mentioned that by the CP0 guys, Lucci and the gang, that other Cypherpol agents had come to do inspections and all disappeared. Okay, cool. CP6, absolutely snubbed. You know, what's the deal? Can CP6 get some representation, please? Other agents came to look after our disappearance. Everyone got trapped in here. I figured you were behind it all. Dr. Vegapunk? What the fuck? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I had no idea to think this was happening on Egghead right under my nose. How troubling. This whole affair has been baffling from the start. Talk about baffling. That's fair to say. Word leaking to the world government about our research into the poneglyph should have been impossible. Oh, okay. So, let's just analyze what's going on here. So this Vegapunk, the big question is this the same Vegapunk as was with Bonnie, like, you know, moments ago? It sure doesn't seem like that's the case. So does that in fact mean that the Vegapunk that we've been hanging out with the entire time is not the actual Vegapunk, it's someone else? Last week's theory blown the fuck out. Oh, there was some stuff about, wait, what was this? I'm sorry. There was a theory from last week or something about there being a traitor among us. Oh, right. Yes. The traitor among us. Yes, that's the one. There's a sussy baka out there, and they need to be held accountable for what they're doing. So clearly the implication here is that the Vegapunk that we had been hanging out with until this point, that's the fake. That is some sort of fucked up, different individual. Maybe someone... Who has the Mane fruit? Oh, right. Mr. 2. He's still alive. A clone of someone with the Mane fruit? I mean, that's certainly possible. They definitely could have cloned that. Maybe it's... I don't know. I mean, here's just like a crazy idea. You think it's the same Vegapunk? I mean, it could be the same Vegapunk. Okay, let's just analyze. The last time we saw Vegapunk was... with Bonnie, just very briefly. I'm confused? What am I confused about? Vegapunk was with Bonnie just recently. Bonnie de-aged that Vegapunk and, like, disappeared. At the same time, like, Bonnie went into the bubble, Vegapunk was, like, not seen. We haven't seen the punk with Bonnie in chapters. Right, yeah, okay, I'm with you on that, Fizo. She pushed Vegapunk out of the room. Okay, I mean, I could go check that, but I remember, like, nothing notable visibly happened. He didn't get, like, mysteriously grabbed by someone from the shadows or anything like that. So, okay, this definitely could be him. It's just kinda... I don't know. Like, why would we assume that? Because, you know, maybe it's true. Some time has passed. I guess someone could have put him in here. Did he have... Okay, that's clearly a fresh wound, you know? Like, these guys, I mean, they're a little scuffed up, but they're not, like, currently bleeding. Probably C Prism... Well, that probably wouldn't have too much effect on Vegapunk. Wait. This guy must be kept... Well, is he kept alive by his devil fruit? You know, because he chopped his fucking brain off. If you put Sea Stone on him, or rather... Ooh, what if Blackbeard actually... Okay, so Blackbeard grabs this Nika, okay, sucks the devil fruit power out of him temporarily... All of a sudden, Vegapunk can't communicate with his brain so good. Nate, your reading comprehension is lacking. Vegapunk went missing to an unknown place, and then we see Vegapunk in an unknown place. That that's a reasonable theory, that this is in fact the real Vegapunk. I guess, you know, it just kind of seemed like he got here quite quickly. You're looking into it too much. Well, you know, and you know what else? You know what else lends credence to your point, ladies and gentlemen? It's that these guys seem to be only just now saying this to Vegapunk. It's like as of this is like their first conversation being like, there you are, Vegapunk. I thought you were behind this, but here you are. You've just been dumped in here with the rest of us. Okay, you know what? That does seem to me to be the most plausible theory. I'll give you that. Someone linked me a page and said this was like the last time we saw Vegapunk. Oh, right here. Paw got pushed out or something. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll give you that. It seems like this probably is the same Vegapunk, which means that it's going to be that same entity likely that's fucking up the place. Is, you know, captured Vegapunk, threw him in here, probably trapped those other guys in here, obviously, as well. So, okay, I was going to say that maybe this throws off the prediction that it's one of the Vegapunks. But now that theory is back, definitely in full swing, it seems very likely that one of the Vegapunks is very likely the traitor. And, oh yeah, I've seen that theory around, too, that Punk Records itself went Skynet. You heard it here, folks, says D. Senti. That seems like a potentially good theory. I'm not kneeling. I'm rising above. I'm Icarus. I've been granted wings of knowledge from you lowly, low IQ individuals. Yes, but me, with my superior, massive, Vegapunk-like intellect, all right, I work smarter, not harder, by stealing ideas from other people and pretending that I came up with them. That's what I do. That's what all the smart players do and would recommend, okay? The Skynet theory is sick. I don't dislike it. I will say it's one of those theories that I think like would be surprising if Oda commits to that one, you know, of like the brain came alive. I gotta say, if I had to put just percentages down, I don't think that one's 0%. I would put that at like whatever, some low percent. I think a much higher. I would give it like 70% likely to me is it's one of the Vegapunks. I don't know which one for sure, but one of them would make a lot of sense. Excuse me. I doubt the Punk record theory, since Oda has never mentioned like there being an AI. Yeah, I mean that's true. Like, how would it manifest its will? Now, maybe there's some sort of thing. It fucking controlled some robots and got them to build something. I mean, maybe that's possible. You know, I don't know. Okay, well, based on the hierarchy rules, the thing is, because they didn't change their roles, someone above them must have been telling them what to do, or someone of the equal level, because we know they can't cancel out level, equal level orders or whatever. So the only options are someone with Vegapunk level clearance, or fucking what is it, or a Gorosei. It's one of those two. And the only other thing is that there's maybe some sort of trickery going on. Like, well, this would still be a Vegapunk thing, but like one of the Vegapunks ordered them, don't listen to XYZ, or like maybe there's some like additional trickery. I don't think so, because the way that it feels like is that it's Katarina Devon. Oh, that must be it. I think Shaka is still a good because I really do like the Shaka option, but it's like, oh, well, that can't be it, because like they still attacked him. There are ways to work around that, but it's true, they do begin to eat away at like the credibility of that theory. Like, is Oda really the kind of guy to put like very deep layered like misdirection? And it's just, he doesn't really write like that typically with One Piece, So I don't know. I would actually have to say that it's less likely him and more likely one of the other ones, again, for that reason. But I don't know. It wouldn't be a mystery if it were a Gorosei member, so it really does have to be a Punk, I think. That's an excellent point from Fizo. Clearly what Oda's doing with this arc, he clearly is setting up like a mystery arc. Excuse me. And so yeah, you should engage with it as such. He wants us to wonder who it is. And it being one of the Vegapunks, and now we need to like guess which one. I think one is a really fun way to use the Vegapunks now they're, established in the story. Up to this point, I thought they were kind of redundant, but now there's like a real purpose for it in the arc, which I think is really fun. And Oda has done like some mystery type stuff before, like with Water 7, like, who attacked Iceberg? They never go on for like very long though. It's gotta be the Mad D Monkaroo! the only man fast enough to do that shit. Could Edison use green blood and have a Mr. 2 devil fruit and swap his identity? Edison, huh? Definitely possible. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things that could happen. Like, again, the fact that the green blood has been introduced is notable. And Mr. 2 was in jail. His blood was accessible to the world. They could have gotten it when they captured him. So, you know, these are all possible. You're right. It's definitely Karibo. All right. All right. So, this is all good stuff. Water 7's misdirections were Kino. He hid the villain in plain sight and made it hard to guess who the shipwright would be. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Pauly Bros, we're still holding the line. The true shipwright of the Straw Hat crew. We will never give in, Pauly Bros. Pauly will join the crew in chapter 10,000. Right next to when Yamato joins the crew for real. And when Jinbei leaves the crew and says, look, I'm sorry, I was never a member of the crew, okay? I was always just a lowly fish. I will go swim in the sea. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be great. Okay. All right. All right. So yes, mystery. Someone's leaking information to the world government. The research about the poneglyphs. It should have been impossible. Now, I'll say this again. I always think of this when I know that it's tough when someone is writing a story where there's, you know, supposed to be mystery and stuff, but like as the smartest man in the world, you'd think that he would like by far the smartest man in the world. You'd think that he would like anticipate that, like, oh, maybe there's something going. Well, you know what? I'll give you this. Vegapunk could theoretically be tricked by another Vegapunk because they're like both very smart and they think the same way. And if you are duplicitous Vegapunk or whatever, excuse me, you could probably like think how the others would like look into what you're doing and avoid tripping any red tape, you know? Okay, fair enough. All right. Moving on, bros. Let's move off of lowly Egghead onto a good island. The Navy is successfully deployed from Ranch G9. Over 100 ships of all sizes are en route for Egghead. Okay, so things are coming to a head. We'll see. Vegapunk seems like the idyllic, peace-loving guy. He had fucking 3 war criminals with him in Mads and seemed none the wiser. Yeah, well, they might not have been war criminals yet. Hopefully they were. But, I mean, you're right about that. He could be tricked. Okay. Beppo Bros? Is that Beppo? A bar at a small port. Interesting. This architecture looks vaguely, I don't know, maybe Viking-esque? Oh, things are coming to an Egghead?
I'm the Joker, baby.
Very impressive, Grandpa Grumple. Another stolen joke. Another W for Nate. Okay, so cool ships. Big Viking-looking ship over here as well. Interesting. Okay. That man. Time to cut to that man, everybody. What's this? On a certain island in the New World. Take me with you. Don't be dumb. There's no way I'd bring a hot-headed kid like you. Harumph. Why don't you give it up? You'll make all the other captains jealous. No way. I really look up to the chief. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ooh, what's this? I feel like I've seen the scene before. And was it in chapter 1? Could that be? Shank's actual groomer. Okay, actual groomer confirmed. He can't keep getting away with it. Boss, the bastard's actually attacking us. No! So far, they've just been scrapping with our youngsters. He goes from island to island. This is what he does. It's a certified hack to chapter 1 moment. He can't keep getting away with it. That's all there's to say. So far, they've been... Yeah, 2 pieces about to start with this fucking kid. Okay, they're scrapping our youngsters. Is that the legend? Is that Rockstar himself? Rockstar-sama, the 100 million berry man. God, he's based. Well, there's some very large. Is that Monster the ape? I think it might be. What do you want to do? There's a battle brewing. Oh, what are you going on? Oh, shit. I don't know whether you'd call this good or bad timing. We were just about to set off. Drinking from a really huge sake cup? Epic. He's never done that before. Reference. Okay. I guess I lost track of time catching up with everyone. Whoa. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm confused. Wait, this is so weird. Why isn't there a huge block of text over this character showing me who they are? I literally don't know who this is. Because there's no name plastered over obscuring all the artwork on this page. I don't understand, Oda. Who is it? Can't be helped. Okay, they're catching up with everybody. Can't be helped when you come across some old friends you thought were dead. The enemy's gonna be pissed you kept him waiting. Yeah, ha ha. Is that the fastest man alive, Lucky Roo? Now that's the man I love. Okay, is that my favorite deadbeat dad, Yasip? Holy smokes! Look at the size of those berries. Ooh, those look juicy. Okay, okay. Yeah, do you really think that he's the only one they're mad at? I feel like this is where that implication of shooting off an arm by Beckman came in, but it doesn't really seem very clear. Again, I haven't checked the original. Maybe Fizo can comment on this later on, you know. We'll see. By the way, I was dying laughing when the author's comment was Oda talking about Film Red, and I immediately thought of you. Rent-free, boys. Just the way I like it. You see Oda mention Red Film, you think of Nate's stern fatherly disapproval. That's as it should be. As it should be. Okay. TCB cut it. One of the 4 emperors, Shanks. Wait, what? Cut what? Okay, well, we'll check back on that. Okay. Let's set sail. So we're really doing this, Chief? Whoa, epic. You're going out there to fight Shanks? I never let the island become... Okay, blah, blah, blah. So Shanks is being a good boy. Okay. Island's gonna become a war zone. It was so dreamy. I don't want to cause any major trouble here. Dory Broggy, would you let... Okay, we're not... Hang on. We're not going to open that can of worms for one moment. Supa. Let me see what you're saying. Odin tier dick sucking. Shanks is loved by everyone despite jumping the same guy who he destroyed. Trusted the new generation, but tries to outright kill a guy who will magnetize his sword, actively turning the giants into frauds, and being so Mary Sue that he stops Dory Groggy battle, even though it was still happening post time skip. What a fraud! Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. That was the joke, the title card. Okay, thanks, Fiso, buddy. Okay. Sure, what the? Who are these big characters? Oh, my brain is remembering characters. Okay. Let's read the text. Before that, can you go check something for me? Rockstar-sama. Now that's a character I remember. Do you have a message for me? Do you have a message for Captain Kiddo-sama? Yeah, let's do it, red hair. Okay, says big man. Okay, oh, it's a giant kid. He's like Luffy, but he's like a big giant. Now, this is my favorite character in the whole chapter right here, because he's cute. Yeah, I'll tell him he has a choice. He can either hand over his load. He wants Kid's fat load, okay? Rubbings and scratch. He's going to rub him out. He's going to rub out that load straight from Kid, okay? That's not me. That's Oda saying that. I'm deeply concerned. I'm very concerned, okay? Or he can risk fighting me. Okay, that's what's going to go on. And there's like one page left. Okay, there's a little bit too much. Okay, I guess now's the time to comment on what's going on here. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So, Shanks is back. Okay, he's on Elbaf. That's fine. That's cool. I like Shanks. Happy to see him here. I think it's a funny, cute thing what's going on here. Making like a Luffy parallel, chapter 1 type vibe going on here. Everyone does love Shanks, but I mean, Shanks is a lovable guy, you know? He's wheeling and dealing. He's very charismatic. He's really strong. I will say this, though. He's a bit too much of a goody two-shoes. I just think he is. Same with Whitebeard. Whitebeard was a little bit cringe, okay? Dead ass on God. I love Film Red Man. I know, he's very based. I'll also say, you know what would have made a lot of sense? You know what would have made a lot of sense? If Shanks didn't show up a couple chapters ago, okay, just stick with me, you know? If he didn't show up then, which I don't really, I mean, I know he served a couple persons in the narrative. He scared off the Admiral and stuff. I feel like that could have been handled in some other, I mean, Luffy was right there. Luffy could have done it. There were other things that could have been done, you know? It did serve a purpose, that's fine. But Shanks, I just don't think he needed to be there, considering he was about to appear, like, right here in, like, dramatic fashion, like, very shortly later, you know? You know what I'm saying? But I know, but you're right. How are we going to promote Film Red? That's true. You know, I'm trying to be fair. You know, I'm not trying to just bullshit and just call everything hacked pointlessly. I think like showing him here would be more impactful if this was like the first time we saw him in a while, you know? I don't know. I just thought it was like not that cool of a choice. And maybe Shanks could have even have been there, but like more, I mean, what did Shanks even do there? He showed up. Yes, the one thing he did that was like kind of important was scare away the Admiral. Again, there were other ways to handle that, but he did do that. And then we were all like, Oh, then he was like, time to go get One Piece. No, oh, you're right. You're so right, Jackal. This begins the 2 Shanks theory. That's how many Shanks there definitely are. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, okay, Shanks, and I mean, you guys, if you watch the show, you've heard me be like, oh, well, this would actually be like really cool writing for, for Shanks, if this is like used to explain how he got the Wano poneglyph, But what's happening right here is like Shanks is confronting Kid, and so like clearly he's just going to get like load poneglyph stuff from Kid anyway, So this would be the opportunity to do it. So the point is he didn't need to be at Wano at all. I really just don't think that was true. Oh, if only there was like a Yonko there that could scare off this admiral who's attacking. I mean, Luffy, for example. Luffy, for example, is there. The entirety of his crew against one admiral. I don't know. Like, I mean, I agree that Oda doesn't want to, like, have Admiral versus Luffy confrontations just yet. Because he's trying to, like, Shanks is the established older veteran. He has that je ne sais quoi that could scare off an admiral. Luffy probably doesn't quite have that yet. He might be able to beat that guy, but, it was cool. I mean, again, it was a lot of, like, Shanks dick sucking, like, fucking 1,000 miles away, hockey blast. Hockey, hit him with that hockey blast, baby. They're so, I'm quaking to my boots. It's a film red star Shanks-sama. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, who cares? I don't really care that much. It was just like, my criticism of that is just like all the cutting around in general, I think is like kind of from character to character, introducing people, adding more and more and more. Like, I think we just need less. We just need less of like everything and to like focus on things and like cutting around. It's just not, it's so frenetic. I don't think it's like to the strength of the story in general, but okay, whatever. We're past it. Okay. So the implication, Fizo, if you're still there, I would love to hear if there was any commentary about if Ben Beckman was implied to be the one to blast Kid's arm off of his fucking body. That doesn't even make sense. How are you gonna blast someone's arm off with a gun? It doesn't make any sense, Hack. How could you write like this? Nah, I mean, it's probably fine. It could happen. I don't even really care. I'm just curious if like that did seem implied or not. Because, like, this line right here just implies that, like, they also fought Beckman. This translation at all doesn't imply that it was, in fact, Beckman. But maybe with the source material, I don't know. It's just an implication, nothing over. But if this is all it is, I would find it a stretch to call this an implication. Wasn't there... There was a line, I think, that comes up later that that Shanks didn't even meet them last time they fought, right? I think that's what it was. But clearly, they're like, oh, Beckman, they really are mad at you. Okay, maybe there is a vague implication. Could have been any of them, probably. But, yeah, okay, it being him makes as much sense as anything else. That's not like a hard, confirmed fact moment right there. You're right, it must have been the fatso. The man who's not afraid to kill a man with his Glock any day of the week. My man Lucky Roo, fastest man alive. Lucky Roo bit off his arm instantly. Like he's doing that big old blueberry right there. Killer making fun of Kid saying that he doesn't even make it to Shanks. Right. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Well, whatever. We're talking about Shanks. Like, I have no problem with Shanks showing up here. It's, like, pretty good. I would have maybe trimmed back that last appearance a bit, but this one's fine. I like seeing Rockstar-sama. And, incidentally, I mean, seeing, like, these ships here, and them calling Shanks, like, chief and stuff, clearly we're seeing that, like, Shanks has allies. It's not that Shanks is just, like, one small crew. He's got, they're a very powerful crew. And, they've got lots of connections. I mean, to me, the whole thing of, like, having, like, a small elite crew, it's a bit overdone. It's very, like, main character syndrome-y. Like Whitebeard, Whitebeard, it makes sense. He would have a gigantic crew. Everyone's gonna want to join his crew. Like, is Shanks' crew, like, oh, wow, he's so powerful. Okay, your main characters are your main characters. You give them some leeway, because, like, this is a small point, by the way. I don't really give a shit about this, but it's just, like, there's just a lot of super special feels piled onto Shanks, which aren't that bad. It's not like it's breaking the bank or anything. It's just, it's just notable, and, like, just don't do too much of that, let alone the things in Film Red, Shanks and his simp crew, that's the one. Shanks called his allies the Uta fan base. That's the one. Okay, whatever. Anyway, he's got like a small elite crew. It's fine. Okay, so let's see. I know this guy, this guy, Yasa, Beckman. Is he still... Okay, Beckman is still doing that meme of holding his gun by the barrel instead of, like, using it to shoot people. He probably fucking chopped kid's arm off with the barrel of the fucking gun. He didn't even shoot it off. This man doesn't know that guns are capable of shooting projectiles. No one told him. He just hits you with his fucking butt of his gun. He'll just fucking pistol whip you to death. That's what he does. Monster the rape ape is a fan favorite, no doubt. Lucky Roo, fastest man alive, pretty based. Dude with the meat is from one of the first episodes. Yeah, I fucking know that, Elia. Who the fuck do you think I am?
Easy money!
I meant to say shut up, bitch. Bonk Punch, I believe, was... Bonk Punch was the bald guy. I don't think he's visible here. He's the one who was always hanging out with the monkey there. Okay, anyway. Whoa, take it easy. I won't, Elia. You're getting banned. For crossing me, okay? That's what you get. Okay. Have we seen this guy before? I don't know. He looks new. He looks new. All right. Okay. And whatever. Yeah, they're on Elbaf. Whoa, it's the home of the most prideful warriors around. Okay, it's time. Now's the time to get into it. Okay. Whoa, what do you know? Look at these two guys. I remember them. They're the two guys from fucking, what's it called? From Enies Lobby. The two giants that were guarding the place. That's pretty epic. Chapter 1, baby. Okay, let me ask you this. Dorian Bragi. Okay, I want to ask you this, okay? I've been thinking a lot about this, and I did have a chance to look into this. But when these two guys, was it Oimo and something? I can't remember their names. When these two giant guys, when they left Enies Lobby, did they say, we're now going to go to Oimo and Kashi? Thank you. We are going to go to Little Garden that we've been informed, or maybe they already knew. Were they in their crew? I can't remember. Excuse me. Did they say, we're going to go find our captains, Dorian Bragi, and we're going to bring them here? Is that what they said? They said something about Elbaf. They said they were going to Elbaf. Okay. Because the thing is, we got some issues to talk about here. They said Elbaf. They said, okay. So basically, I'm not hearing any hard confirmation that, like, they are a particularly good explanation for why Dorian Bragi would, like, leave Little Garden or anything, okay? It's been 2 years. Oh, I'm afraid not, Alpha Lair. I'm afraid it has not been 2 years, okay? And now it's time to start pulling evidence, because we got to talk about the Dorian Bragi situation. Maybe Dory won. Okay, even if that's the case, we got issues, because that was my thought as well. We have to talk about this. And people have been saying, where were they? We have to pull up the image. They have. It's been 2 years. Who knows what happened in that time? First of all, not true. Post time skip from the decks of the world. There's the newspapers renouncing the return of the Straw Hat Pirates. They have been fighting since after the time skip, which has been the span of a couple of months since then at most. It has not been that long. The Straw Hats have been like on a blitz through the New World since they got back together. So, okay. So it's been established. It has not been, it's been like a few months. Could be fighting in Elbaf. Okay, that's definitely not implied at all because there's palm trees around and Elbaf doesn't look like that. So it's not looking good, Chief. This is, what scan it? This is mangareader.net, absolutely based. Is there a volcano in the back? I don't see a volcano in the back, but, I mean, certainly could be possible. Literally says Little Garden. Oh, does it say it on here, too? Little Garden. Oh, yeah, it says right there. It says right there. Little Garden on the Island of Giants. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do a trip back. Okay, so the point is, something happened since the time skip began. Let's call it as early as, like, directly after they left Shabon Archipelago. Since then, maybe it's been as much as 6 months. Maybe that's possible. So in that span, probably much less. It's been something brought these giants to to Elbaf again. They went home. Okay. Now, let's think. Does that make sense? And maybe a better question would be, because plausibility does not make a good story. Yeah, it's probably been more like 2 or 3 months. That's probably true. Did they still have an eternal post to Elbaf? I'm absolutely prepared to stipulate they probably did. I don't know. Makes sense to me. But direct routes are faster. That's fine. That's fine. But the more important question, the much more important question is, why did they leave Elbaf? Or sorry, why did they leave Little Garden? Why would they do that? Okay. Do you guys remember the arc known as Little Garden? Because I went and did some rereading. I went and double-checked a lot of things. I just wanted to, make sure my recollection was fair and, I remembered the details correctly. Okay. Now, it's the dopamine hit feels good. I know who they are. I remember those guys. Okay, that's fine. I can appreciate that as much as the next guy. And I will agree that, it certainly isn't shocking to me that Oda would put characters we remember. Whoa, it's the giants on the giant island. Makes sense to me. Okay. Excuse me. It's not shocking to me that Oda would do that. But is it actually good? Is it actually good that they're here? Or is this a case, dare I say, of Hakta? Could it be? Let's examine the situation, okay? Dory and Bragi were fighting on Little Garden for 102 years. 102 years they were fighting on that island. Now, some will say that means they were ready to pack it in. They were ready to pack it in because they've been doing it so long. Hey, man, they'd met the main characters. Everything had changed. They were ready to pack it up and head back to Elbaf. Were they, though? Why would they do that? Okay. Again, 2 years passed. They were still fighting. Now, this raises an interesting question about, the point of a story. The point of characters in fiction. They wanted it to be a nice even 102. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Fizo. You got it. They wanted it to be a nice round 102 years, and then they were like, okay, that's it. It's a special number on Elbaf. Chapter 1, baby. Chapter 1. Planned. Literally planned. Okay. Yeah. Look. Again, you kind of got to reread or just refresh Little Garden, because let me just sum up the entire point of the Little Garden arc for you. This is the point. We've been talking about a bunch of the Discord. I went and reread a bunch of it. This is the actual point of the Little Garden arc. These two were fighting for 100 years. Okay, I'm sure there will be, there will probably be some explanation. I have done quite a bit of thinking to think of what a good one could look like, and I have struggled to do so. Meanwhile, I have thought of many very plausible explanations that would come up, but that still are just not very good. And Clyde, I mean, I know you're saying they had to be involved at the story point at some involved in the story at some point. I mean, if that's the case, then that just would have always been kind of a bad writing point. Well, let me get to my point. Because we can all decide for ourselves if we like it or not. Because again, I mean, I'm happy to see characters I like, but it's like, whoa, guys, remember on the cover arc, after the time skip or whatever, we saw a character, and guess what? My dopamine got fired. And you know who it was? It was Mr. 2 Bon Clay. Bon Clay was alive, and you know how that makes me feel? Obviously, I feel nothing but glad, because this character who I like is alive. That's so much better than being dead, wouldn't you say? Isn't that better? Well, that character, and not only was that character, really should have been fucking dead, also was just, free, and was, in charge of, New Kama Land, which, I, sort of get. I get the connection there. They're both, Okama or whatever. It's, an Okama place. But, how did Bon Clay survive? And, in what way do we justify him escaping? I mean, Pell, right? Okay, take another Pell situation. Or Pound D Pussy the Legend, okay? Pound. survived, no explanation given, and Oda, you know, he's not... It's a classic situation of having your cake and eating it too with a lot of those guys, okay? And I definitely get some of those vibes from these guys as well. Because again, and this is the important point to take home about this, it's that they fought for 102 years on that island. They neglected everything else of their lives. Now, when the Straw Hats got there, they said, whoa, you guys are like, you're throwing away your whole lives just on this one duel. And they said, well, first of all, we live 3 times as long as humans, so, like, it's, you know, I mean, I don't know, what do you call it? Roughly, like, 30 years, or so, whatever, 35, some years like that. That's a long time, but it's not like your entire life. I mean, Brooke spent 50 years alone on a ship. He was dead, but, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're just throwing away their lives. Oh, it's not that much. No, it's still a lot. It's still a lot. And this is the point. The entire point of the Little Garden arc, which I remind you, massively informs Usopp's character. And you gotta go back and reread some of this stuff if you don't remember this, because, like, this is really good, classic One Piece shit. Their entire duel and the culture of Elbaf has a pathological obsession, clearly, with honor. That's the thing. The entire duel was predicated. They didn't remember why they were fighting, and then they remember it was over, like, the fish, you know, who caught the bigger fish or whatever. And then they remembered, and they were like, we just don't care, we're still gonna fight. It doesn't matter. Because none of that was about why they're fighting. Honor simply demanded, based on, you could call it their backwards, retarded, stupid tradition. None of that matters whatsoever. That is what Usopp liked about it. It was the entire point of the Little Garden arc. It's why people like that arc. That's what makes it good. That's what makes it good, okay? Well, Soko, I reserve, you know, like, final judgment. It is perfectly fine to theorize and be concerned. And I'm certainly concerned. Now, maybe Oda will pull some sort of... Okay, the problem is, with this whole thing, Oda really put himself in a tight spot here if he ever wanted to bring these characters back in any way. Personally, I've thought about it. I think the only good thing to do with these characters would have been to just leave them there forever. Because every other solution, I won't say it shatters or ruins or cripples entirely their character, but it does eat away at it. For characters pathologically dedicated to their honor, then, you know, there's like a couple outs. There's a couple outs Oda could use to, like, technically not fuck with their honorable duel. For example, I believe Seb was saying this before in the chat. If the volcano erupting is what started their duels on Little Garden, right? Okay. If the volcano went dormant in the span of like 3 months since we saw them fighting last, and they were like, well, shit, the volcano died. Guess the duels are over. We'll leave now as equals, and thus their honor was satisfied. That doesn't, like, undermine their duel. But let's consider the alternatives. Again, because this is all about considering the alternatives. The alternative is continue for them to keep dueling forever, which as... What was it? Someone said it before. No. Okay, well, Jimbo right here. The fighting for eternity is more in line with classic fables and such, which I liked. Which is clearly what Oda was going for with these characters. Was it a duel to the death? It absolutely was a duel to the death, at least intended to be so. And, you know, I was making this argument for a while, and I do, again, I think that it's okay if they're dueling, and, because there was this thing. Yes, the goal of them was to kill each other. That's why they keep trying to kill each other, right? And then they fucking, you know, pause or whatever. What am I saying? They tied, right? They just, like, knocked each other out briefly, and they felt that it was, like, a draw or whatever. So clearly their duels aren't, like, you know, sure, they could probably get, like, we see them, like, after they tie, which is that they kind of just, like, knock each other down. They just, like, get up and, like, keep talking to each other and stuff. So it's a little unclear, like, what the hard rules are. I don't think that really matters, though. But I'm upset Shanks even knows them, TBH. I don't want the Roger Pirates to have visited every island Luffy did. I mean, I certainly agree with that. Although, to be fair, Shanks and the gang did explore vastly more of the Grand Line than Luffy has, because they had like 30 extra years or whatever it was, a couple extra decades of going back exploring, hunting down all the poneglyphs, and getting to Lodestar Island or whatever to like find the secrets. And you know, they were the ones who I think had to discover the secrets of the what do they call it? The road poneglyphs, right? They had to like figure that shit out. So they did most of the Straw Hats' work for them beforehand. So it wouldn't be like super shocking, you know. Wait, Nate, hold on. Didn't the giant we get as an ally during Dressrosa say he was going to retrieve Dory and Brog at the end of that arc after Usopp told him they were still alive? Oh, okay, Epic Sai, let's just say that's true. Let's say something like that or equivalent is true, okay? Because I do want to get to the point of like, but Nate, what if they just put it on temporary hold? Or blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay, the thing about that is, again, these guys were there for 100 years. They left so much of their life aside. They just put it all aside. To me, it does seem pretty hack-to-y to just be like, oh, well, at this point of the story, like, obviously, more important than the duel that they dedicated their entire lives to, that they're so pathologically obsessed to, that they would let themselves, first of all, die, okay? Which is, like, honorable and, like, respectful, that they care that much about it. They put their money where their mouth is. They're not fucking around. Okay, I want to talk about that, what if one of them just won too, but, like, wait, hang on. So, okay, so let's say that if they put their duel on hold, okay, then does that, like, ruin their characters? It doesn't ruin it, no. But what does it do? It means that there is, in fact, something they're willing to put their honor on hold for. And the thing is, that clearly goes against the ethos of what their whole characters were defined as in Little Argon, and continued from to the last time we saw them, which was post-time skip, like 3 months ago in the story. So, like, that too, it eats away. Again, so it's like, it doesn't, like, ruin it. It just, like, it undermines, and it goes back against the whole point of that arc. Hey, Monkey, if you don't care, that's fine. But, like, some of us enjoy, like, rereading One Piece, and it is, in fact, worsening of the experience. Imagine this happens, and they're like, oh, we gave up because we just didn't care. Okay, I'm just saying, it's an exaggeration. Let's say that was it. And now we're rereading that arc, and we're like, oh, yeah, they're talking all this good shit about honor. I know that in, like, 2 years and a couple of days, some guys are going to come by and be like, hey, by the way, you mind putting this on hold? They'll be like, yeah, sure, no problem. Well, bro, I mean, isn't that against the entire ethos of what they've said? They realized Dory caught the bigger Sea King. Oh, okay, well, let me get to this. So, Fizo, fair point. Like, I doubt that would even stop their dueling at that point. But wait, what was it? Okay, I want to. What if one of them just won? Okay, that's the comment I want to kind of like tackle next. The next angle of this issue. There could be a good reason, but it has to be very good. Right, okay. But, like, what's the best issue? What's the best answer there could possibly be? Or it's some version of what, like, Fizo was saying and other people, what if someone won the duel? And I thought of that, too. Now, first of all, that would be extremely convenience piece, okay? It just would. Okay, and the next thing beyond that is, what does that do if someone wins the duel for real? It was a duel to the death, okay? But I mean, again, to be fair, what was it? I forget which one's Dory and Broggy. Like, this guy got Mr. Right Man. I think it's Dory, I think. What am I saying? It's that, like, when he beat him, when he had been wounded by Mr. 3's bomb or whatever, or Mr. 5's bomb, I guess, planted by Mr. 3, I don't know, whatever. They dueled, and like, he counted it as a win, but then he got back up. So it has made me wonder, would it be possible in theory to end the duel with someone, like, knocked to the ground, defeated, but, like, they don't feel the need to execute him? Honestly, I'm not totally sure either way on that, I really don't know how I feel about that exactly. Cause here's the thing. I feel like shaming one of them with defeat, which it would do. It would shame one of them to be defeated in any way you slice it. The thing is, I feel that does retroactively undermine that character. When, look, again, One Piece is a fairy tale a lot of the time, especially early One Piece, which is why I liked it so much, okay? Everything was, like, metaphorical and stuff. Things are a lot more like literal and specific now that we're in like politics piece now. But like the characters are archetypes of eternal dueling. I mean, they're like the red and blue Oni or whatever, because one's the blue and one's the red or whatever. They're like supposed to be eternally evenly matched duelists. So like their being a winner retroactively makes the whole thing feel worse. It's like, oh, I guess this guy actually was better. That would be the answer if someone wins. Nope, Dory was actually better all along. That's why he won. That's no. No. That's not good. That is in fact undermining. And this is what it really comes down to. Yes, Oda can defuse the situation. He can make things better. He can make this not as bad as it could be. All true. It doesn't even have to be particularly bad. It doesn't. Nicky boy, listen. The friendship developed over hundreds of years grows on them. Dory standing over Broggy defeated choose to put aside their honor for the sake of his bestest friends. Listen, buddy, what that is like betrayal of the character. Again, we must not forget Usopp's like initial character arc was spurned by that, their pathological drive to honor. It goes beyond just these two characters. It's their ethos, their way of life is what Usopp loves so much, and we, the audience, like found respectable about them. And look, I agree. The thing is, it is kind of, look, hey, you guys like multiculturalism? Here's some multiculturalism. Two fucking like Klingon guys who are gonna duel each other forever and kill each other. That's what they do. And anything else would be like going against their deeply held beliefs about how they should and must live their lives. It matters more than anything else. And you could pull any, well, they cared less all of a sudden. No, all of it goes against everything that the entirety of the Little Ark Garden was about, which was that, yes, honor matters so much more than anything, especially our own lives. I'm willing to die. The whole point of doing a duel to the death is because you would rather die than be shamed by defeat. That's the point. That was the entire point of the arc. And look, and yes, and you can be like, oh, but seeing one of these guys back alive is shameful. It is shameful, even a little bit. Yeah, look, you can hold up. That's fine. I'm just telling you right now, I really don't see an avenue that doesn't at least a little bit embarrass these guys as characters. I think it's inevitable. Hey, maybe Oda will prove me wrong. Maybe there will be like a really funny epic joke that will sort of defuse the situation, okay, and make me look like an asshole. But I will say, nonetheless, something has arrived to interrupt this duel of honor. And look, I propose this, right? Win Bros, I had an idea, okay, about how to make this work, sort of. Kill one of them. Kill one. That would be one way to improve the situation. Murder one of them by the other's hand. The duel ended because someone fucking killed the other guy in this duel to the death. If Oda nutted up and had the balls to... Okay, you guys are like laughing, all right? Clyde, I see you laughing, buddy. Bro, what do you think they've been trying to do for 102 years? You think they were just pretending? They were not pretending. This really is a duel to the death. What is the logical outcome of that? But the thing is that would, in fact, that answer would preserve the honor of both the winner and the loser. That would be the maximal way to protect the honor of the group. And honor is the thing that matters the most to these characters. The fucking best friends ever were being executed, and that didn't stop the duel. The duel was the most important thing ever. Now, maybe they didn't know. That is possible that they didn't know. Maybe if they knew. You know, it is, I'll say this. There are, in fact, things that theoretically are higher on the honor hierarchy, right? Now, I don't think anything like that exists in the story right now. Like, there isn't a big war going on immediately. Maybe Shanks is going to be like, oh, I brought them out of retirement for one last mission, okay? Yeah, sure, okay, maybe there will be something like that that wouldn't like be like the worst thing ever, but it would need to be on the axis of maximal honor for them. And so it can't just be, I asked them for a help, because they should be like, this has nothing to do with me, fuck off. That should be the answer. If Emo evaporated Little Garden, I mean, sure, if Little Garden got nuked, I guess that would do something, you know? Maybe their honor tells them that they first have to help Elbaf rebuild. I mean, rebuild from what? Elbaf's fine. Is something bad happening on Elbaf I'm unaware of? Now, did I make my final point? That the thing about killing the thing about killing one of them, even the problem with that still, even if you were to kill one, as I was proposing before, even that would still it would fuck with the metaphor of these characters, of the equally matched duelists that put their honor above everything else. Even the best case scenario would fuck with, and again, and it's a trade-off. It's Oda, he wrote a check years and years ago, or whatever. He made a cake and I was eating it too, whatever. That's my point. It's like, these characters are archetypes. I really, okay, let's get past all this shit. Again, fuck plausibility. Fuck plausibility. Here's what I want you to answer for me. Answer for me in your fucking soul, okay? Look deep inside and tell me this. Do these characters need to be here? What are they contributing to the actual narrative? Anything. Specifically, anything that other giants couldn't do just as well. We have so many other pirates we have already met. Yeah, Hajrudin, right? A literal leader of like the pirate crew that is like Luffy's ally crew, okay? He was a kid when he was around, you know? You're right, the power scalers need these guys. You're right. They're the first giant. Okay, but Tesla, clearly, in all my bitching here, like, some people might have some concerns about, I mean, again, maybe Oda will have the biggest brain 10,000 IQ explanation, okay? I sincerely doubt it's going to weave its way and avoid every single issue that potentially came up here, you know? Because, I mean, I just don't think there's much avoiding it. Because again, even if Oda makes it plausible, he blows up the island. He blows up the island, okay? Even if that happens, was it necessary? And was it necessary to undo the metaphor that these characters were the crystallization of? No. It certainly wasn't necessary. And Clyde says, I disagree. Usopp getting interactions with them in their homeland is much more effective than a no-name. Well, first of all, we've already met several giants. We already know many throughout the story. Hajrudin and his boys and, these two guys here. It's, yeah, even in the situation where, like, something in giant culture forced them to stop, even that it is deflating. It is undermining of they put honor above everything else. Which, look, again, like, I think, like, the girl characters on Little Bark, who are, like, the more logical ones with this stuff, like, Vivi and Nami were like, they were like, well, this is dumb. Just don't do this anymore. Just, like, agree who won, and then you can go home. And all the men were like, nah, sis, you just don't get it, man. You just don't get, they're all about that honor, bruh. And it's just, this is their point in the story. So, look. There's been quite a bit. Oda, again, he's had a habit. He's double dipping. I feel at least a little bit, because it wasn't necessary to bring them back. Well, Clyde, buddy. You're saying, like, Usopp care about Hajrudin. Look, that's fine. But do you really think that Usopp would, like, if Usopp was to wistfully think back, and, you know, he has a moment, he gets to Elbaf. Zoro sets his feet on Elbaf soil, and he looks back, and he thinks to himself, I wonder if they're still dueling to this day. And we do, like, a brief little cut, like at the end of Skypiea, when we cut back to Mont Blanc Cricket looking up, and we just see, yes, they're still dueling after, like, there's a whole arc about dueling. You know? Something like that. They don't need to physically be there. They just don't. And, look, I like him as much as the next guy. what was, I think you're putting the iconic metaphor on a pedestal. It was a nod. Those characters serve another purpose after interacting with Usopp. And even is more focused on Elbaf and its circle of influence. I respectfully disagree. I just don't think the sacrifice, the juice was not worth the squeeze. I think even in the best of circumstances, it could have been preserved, and it does continue. I think it does continue this. Okay, Fees was saying, I think the joke will be they fought even on the boat back. Maybe. They're not going to be near the volcano. The volcano's not going to be erupting, telling them what to do, which, like, I know they don't need to do it based on the volcano. I don't know. I just, maybe they'll go right back after they're done with whatever fucking chore that Shanks asked them to do. I just will still think the interruption is cringe. At the very best, there's cringe in and around the area of this choice. I don't know. Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right in that there's no need to assume the worst. I don't assume the worst. I just think that it's tough to think past the many large pitfalls that this introduces, and even in the best of excuses, it interrupts an iconic moment somewhere out there on the Grand Line. And I do feel we're playing more into like new piece. I don't even want to use like the buzzword. I'm just saying it because you know what I mean by it. It like more recent writing styles Oda's done that I do think sort of cannibalize old stories that he set up. And I think those old stories were like kind of the best shit in the story, you know? If I agree with you, will you please not vote hacked? I put all my savings into go to this time. I won't be corrupt. We will let the hand of fate determine where things fall. You know, oh no, Fees was right. This is Dory Jr. and Broggy Jr. They're identical sons. Based. Okay, very based. I absolutely love it. Yoda all along. I apologize. We'll see, lads. We'll see. Okay, now, I'll say this. You've heard my concerns. I don't think it's an undermining of Little Garden, even slightly, you know, is not good. You know, if we see, you know, I'll give Oda a little chance. Now, first of all, we're gonna have to wait like a fucking year to probably get any further update on like what's going on with these guys. I will bet you a year will pass in real life before we get any further information to determine if this was Goda or Hakta. I will bet you that. I would bet that. But I sure hope not. Maybe Egghead will wrap up like real fast and we get to Elbaf and we establish what's going on. I hope our characters go to Elbaf. I think Shanks will probably be gone by then. And he'll have taken Law's Poneglyph. Maybe we'll have doing something. I don't know. Yeah, I watched 4 Kids. What's Little Garden? Great question. Dude, I remember that. I didn't see Little Garden when it came out the first time either. I had to watch years later once I started getting into it, you know? We still got 30 more chapters in Egghead. God, I sure hope so. The romantic end for the two would have them still fighting after the series, unaware of anything happening outside of the island. Yeah, I mean, and I do think that would be the optimal way to preserve like the magic of their arc. Now, and again, I'll give you, there are other considerations in writing One Piece than just preserving, you know, the little harmonious nature of this one isolated island where 2 giants are fighting. Okay, I know there are other considerations. I do happen to think that would have been the best one because we have many other giants. Now, I agree. I don't give a fuck about Hajrudin. I never have. That guy sucks, okay? I don't care about him at all. These guys, like, they're fine. Like, they're all the connection we needed to them. These two could have easily been the stand-ins. They were Enies Lobby guys. They've been around forever, okay? We know who they are. They could get fleshed out and get, like, more personality then. That would all be fine. You know, whatever. Who cares? The only time they should ever pause is upon either hearing about Usopp achieving his dream or Luffy becoming Pirate King solely because of the importance of those 2 events. I mean, they probably don't give a shit about either of that. They'll look down at the newspaper. They'll say, huh. Oh, they say, that rubber kid who was here a couple of years ago, he just became the Pirate King. And then died of overexertion because he's lost his lifespan as Oda plans since chapter 1. Anyway, let's get back to our duel now. Bing, bang, bonk. Bruh. Fight, attack, bash. And maybe they will go back, you know. They will go back to that island and continue the duel. The interruption is just cringe. Okay, it's a little bit cringe. Well, Soko, I agree that it's very likely to be, like, explained, quote-unquote. There will be some information as to why they're here and what's going on. this is clearly like sort of a surprise intended to be. I just think it's almost inevitable that there are some issues with that explanation that I have spoken to here. Maybe I'll be wrong, and I'll eat my own ass. Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, the title of the stream was Unlikely Team-Ups Galore. Shanks and do these guys? Luffy and Zoro and the CP0 and CP9 guys? No. The actual team-up was Goda and Hakta. That's an actual Chapter 1 Nate moment right there, baby. Okay. All right, whatever. We're past that now. Okay, we're past it. We're almost done with the chapter now, I think. No, excuse me. Is them fighting every day possible? It's just been moved to Elbaf. I mean, I would say that it is possible, but the whole thing, it was the volcano erupts. Oda really wrote himself into a corner with this one, because, like, yeah, the volcano itself was kind of directly relevant to their dueling, but whatever. Okay, so there's Kid's ship. He's fighting some fucking hummingbird-looking motherfuckers over here. Okay, cool. Those ships on the horizon are all his, and there's, I see a squiggle or two. Whoa, Goda's art really spiking. I can, like, almost tell that those are ships over there. Holy shit, I think we brought in Goda as guest artist for this panel here. A rare deviation from Hakta. Very impressive. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah, Seb's point that the only cope is the volcano extinction cope. Right, great. Again, still, that's Oda writing an extremely convenient narrative development to like justify why they leave. And again, and that's in the last like 3 months of IRL time that volcano happened to go out, but okay. Excuse me. Okay. Nate, if Law and Kid end up switching islands, do you think they ally with the Emperors and they meet instead of getting hard, doomed matchups? Would Kid team up with Blackbeard? I guess I'll give that a maybe. Probably not. Goddamn, bro, I literally never identified that as a ship until now. The art is struggling. I know, right? And would Law team up with Shanks? I mean, they're both very independent crews. I mean, you know, hey, Law allied with Luffy, you know? So, like, it's now Kid is very resistant to teaming up. Although, you know what? He teamed up with Hawkins and what's-his-face. So, clearly he is willing to work with other people to a larger, you know, to a larger end. I don't know. I mean, come on, Clyde. Give the guy a break here. Those are very squiggly over there. And there's a lot of other squiggles in the area. You know, like the mountains. Like, there's some squiggles right there. That could be a ship. Maybe that's a ship right there. Also, ooh, big thing over here. Ooh, is that you? Is that you? A big mountain tree Adam? Is that you? Also, look at these other it appears that there's multiple big, I don't know, like Yggdrasil trees or something. Like, is this Elden Ring? Is this where Elden Ring takes place? Oda, you devious devil. He's trying to get on that Elden Ring, and these are the other, like, splinter trees, right? Very unfortunate Hakta moment, okay? Clearly stealing, unimpressive. Minor Erd trees, that's the one. Okay. They're allies of the red-haired pirates. This guy's my boy right here. This guy's my Nika. I love his toxic blast out of his mouth. Very cool. Every one of them seems like a big shot, and they're all sworn to the Emperor. God damn. Last time, it was completely one-sided. That is, Shanks losing his arm. They took your arm before we even got a glimpse of Red Hair himself. Okay, so he might have shown up, but I can see, like, the vague implication that they were like, oh, Ben Beckman sure made him mad. Okay, so it's, like, not confirmed, but whatever. Seems it's possible. They won't settle for an arm this time. Okay, we're kind of cutting to other dialogue going on here. Excuse me. Chief. The chief's coming through. Look at all these fucking girls swooning for him. Is that Whitey Bay? No. They love him. Oh god, I'm burping and hiccuping. Forgive me, everyone. Okay, so glad to see you, Chief. So they're calling him Chief. Okay, whatever. Feel like we totally owe you protection money. We don't do that. Now, I actually was curious, like, who is saying that we don't do that? Is that coming from Shanks? Like, there's just no way to tell who these speech bubbles are tied to directly. Man, we've truly entered scuffed piece. This just does not look very good, but okay. It's someone from Shanks' crew. Again, fucking goody two-shoes. Shanks, take some money, bro. Okay, I guess he's doing a thing that, like, yeah, that's what, like, Yakuza do. They take money to protect people, but they also do, like, bad thing, blah, blah, blah. All right, whatever. He's a good boy. He would never do anything bad ever in his entire life. Okay, fine, whatever. Who cares? So anyway, they won't settle for an arm. They'll take your life instead. Serious question. So Shanks did take Kid's arm. That's true. It's really hard to imagine Shanks doing anything that, like, is particularly threatening to anyone. You know? Like, this is from a meta perspective. Like, would Oda make us dislike Shanks in any way? You know? It feels like the answer is no. That Oda will never, ever, ever do anything to make Shanks even slightly morally complex. And yes, I know he met with the Gorosei, but, like, obviously that was shrouded in mystery, and we don't know exactly what that means. Like, even, whoa, his crew was responsible for Kid losing his arm. Damn, what a debilitation. He'll never get a replacement for that, you know? He might do the bait and switch setup of, like, oh, Shanks is evil, you know, that kind of, like, thing that he's, like, doing as we're getting towards the end, just to subvert that at the end and be like, okay, no, he was actually good. Now, he might do that. He might do that shit, you know? Okay, but are you implying, Fizo, that shooting that mountain bandit in the head in any way made the audience dislike Shanks or his crew more? Because it didn't. There's no one in the world that made them dislike Shanks more. They were threatening to murder a child at that very moment. And, you know, talk shit, get blasted, you know? That's their motto. And it was the fastest man alive, Lucky Root, to be fair. Which, there's no way Shanks could stop him. He's simply too fast. So, you know. Don't point a gun if you ain't ready. That was absolute chapter 1 Kino right there. Okay, it deserves a
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter, for writing that extremely Kino line. Fucking Shanks just, like, standing there with the gun pointed at his head, being like, are you pointing that gun at me with the intention to kill? Yeah, Shanks shot first, as he should. He's a sovereign citizen, and it's a stand-your-ground world out there, baby. And Shanks believes in that shit. God, it made him so, like, impressive and cool. Ooh, you know, okay, I'll give you, it does give Shanks some edge. Since chapter 1, Shanks has had some edge. But, like, this shit about, like, oh, we'll never take my, like, okay, let's just ease up on the goody two-shoe shit a little bit. Like, Shanks has to make a living like the rest of us, you know? That's fine. Personally, I think Shanks is pragmatic, lawful evil. He wants Luffy to do the Nika stuff and get him the keys to the world so he can monopolize power and never allow war again. Dude has tried to blue ball every major war in the series. I could see that angle. I could definitely see that angle. I think he might be cozier with the world government, you know, especially since we saw him meet with the Gorosei. Then, you know, then chapter 1 would have perhaps led us to believe. Shanks is literally Oda's self-insert. Shanks will never be an evil. Oda has literally said that in an SBS. Well, okay, that was like an SBS from, like, within the first, like, 50 chapters of the story. And while that's true, and he has said that, like, Shanks, like him, he likes to party. Shanks' role has clearly evolved massively since that point in the story. And Shanks is now, he's like a wheeler, dealer, a schemer. Like, he's not the same chapter 1 guy that Oda was at the beginning. So, you know, I just don't think that necessarily applies. And Ibra AN17, am a new viewer, do you not like Shanks? No. I like Shanks plenty. But Shanks is a bit of, like, main character syndrome a little bit, which is always, like, he's the super special boy that Oda's going to protect and make us love and suck the dick of constantly. So, as with Odin, like, Odin was obviously way too much. It was way too much Odin cocksucking, way over the top. Shanks has some of the same stuff, you know? So, a guy like me, a contrarian asshole, it can get a bit much once in a while, you know? He's got that Gary Stu energy, you know, a bit. I still like him, though. I still like him. New content. Best guy ever rereads chapter 1. Don't you mean reads for the first time? I just assume what happened in chapter 1. Is that not what we're supposed to be doing? I haven't read it. There's like 1,000 chapters of this. You think I'm going to read all this shit? Get the fuck out of here. You guys must have no life. Okay, ha ha ha. Oh, wait, okay, no. They'll take your life instead. Ha ha ha. Only if I lose. Okay. Drop of sweat, I notice. Hang on. I have an image for this. Guys, I talked to Oda. Oda actually produced a, there was like an initial version of this panel. Okay, there was an initial version of this panel. He was actually going to draw it like this. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is actually what Oda was thinking of going with for this panel. He'll only kill me if I lose. Okay, yeah, this is what Oda was going with. Okay, I spoke to Oda himself. I was like, look, that's a little on the nose, okay? That's just a little bit much, Oda. Let's dial it back a little bit. And he was like, you know, Nate, you've taught me how to write everything else in One Piece, okay? I might as well follow your lead on this one too. Okay, so there you go, you know? You can thank me for that inclusion. Okay, oh wait, we've got another seething soy jack moment. Okay. When what was it? When Luffy was challenging Lucci. Okay, again, there was another moment very similar to this when Luffy was telling Lucci, what was it? Let's go back to it. He was like, "Please don't kill my friends." Okay, fat chance. Please don't kill my friends. Okay, this was the initial version of the page. Wait. Okay, this is what it looked like initially. Okay, he was like, "Luffy, I'm gonna kill you and I'll kill your friends. I'm so good at assassinating people. I'm not even CP9. I'm CP0 now. I'm really strong. I fight for the celestial dragons. Please." Okay, you know, it's I was just like, Goda, it's a little on the nose, buddy. Let's dial it back. Okay, so there you go. Thank me for your great takes this time. Do we have? Oh yes, and okay, let's give some praise. Let's praise up, boys. Okay, for this legendary moment of King PM. Was it Pavel? It was Pavel, right? Who drew us this excellent new emote. I think really sums up the chapter right here. Oh, I'll definitely be able to fight Yonko Shanks-chan. We'll beat him up so good. Yes, okay. This is an actual, you know, image again of this is actually from next week. You know, after Oda, he's been beaten down several times. Poor Captain Mid just keeps taking L's. You gotta feel for the guy. Very unfortunate. It's a terminal dose of copium he's inhaling at this very moment. So I don't know. You're right. 2 weeks. You're right. Because okay. Where is it? Show me Hactus. Show me what it is. Break next week.
I'm the Joker, baby.
You hate to see it. Okay. Okay. Let's just theorize. Okay. Let's just theorize. What's gonna happen? No, Captain Mid is gonna win, okay? He's got his rail gun. He'll never die, okay? He's too strong and too cool. Kid is coping so hard right now. Jesus Christ. He's going alone. He's going alone to fight Shanks. Shanks doesn't give a... Man, look how handsome Shanks is. Goddamn. This is really Shanks' angle. This, like, below angle. Makes him look great. Meanwhile, this guy is absolutely sneeding and soy jacking on the right here. Very, very unimpressive. Kid's gonna lose another arm, but then he'll get 2 railguns. That sounds good. Oh yeah, he'll simply magnetize and steal Shanks' sword. Done. Easy. Ooh, that is the Giga Chad angle. You know, you're right about that. Very impressive. I think, in fact, Oda traced the Giga Chad for this panel right here. I think that's what happened. See, that's what I mean by, like, Shanks gets constantly, like, Gary stewed. He's always portrayed in the most cool light all the time. Okay, whatever. I don't even just... I like Shanks a lot. I have expectations for him. I think he probably is a little bit tied into Destiny Piece, which means I'm worried about where that's going to go eventually, but we'll see. We'll see. So how is this going to go? I mean, frankly, I see very little ways this could go other than Kid getting absolutely ass blasted by Shanks, which I think is just definitely going to happen. I don't even know why Kid's doing this. He should just, like, apologize and, like, make a truce and be like, hey, yo, I just want to, like, explore Elbaf, bro. It seems like a really fun island to hang out on. Can I, like, do that, please? But nope. Guess he's charging straight in to fucking die. So we'll see how that goes. And that's it. Do you think Kid will lose another limb? He's definitely losing his cock. I'm sorry to say it, but chapter 1 type situation, okay? Who replaced with a massive steel dildo. It's the only way. Real question, how do we interpret Kid and Law post-Big Mom fight? Narrative seems to imply that Law is near Yonko level or something. Fair. I don't know how I feel about this confrontation. Are there satisfying outcomes? Is Kid just a Shanks power showcase? Mortal, I gotta tell you, buddy, I really do feel that both Law and Kid are going to be fodderized for basically the rest of the series. And they'll probably, like, show up for the final war or something, you know, just to get, like, a little moment of spotlight. Yeah, I think they're done. I think they're basically done narratively. And I think they're, like, even if they, like, survive or escape, they're not going to have, like, big roles in the story because we're past them now. We're way past them. This is like Shanks country now, baby. This is like a Yonko endgame shit, you know? So I just don't think, like narrative from a meta sense, I don't think Oda would give a lot more to them. And he clearly is using them to big up other characters. I mean, again, this is my interpretation. It's not set in stone or anything. So, well, I think Kid got some good stuff during Wano. Some. Not as much as I would have liked. I really wish we could, like, massively cut down on how much fucking dick-sucking Law got over this fucking series. But, you say that, but cross-guild is a thing. Well, but cross-guild is interesting. It's an extension of, like, what Buggy was doing pre-time skip. Or, no, it actually was post-time skip. But before, like, post-Wano, I mean. And now Crocodile's involved, and as is Mihawk. So there were some extremely powerful guys doing that. They're just, like, another force in the world that I want to see more. What is Kid's backstory? I mean, I don't know. He doesn't really have much of one. He was, like, a tough kid from the North Blue, I think, and grew up in, like, a fairly rough area, teamed up with Killer, rather, and they became pirates and became Giga Chads. It's pretty cool. And they both had a crush on the same cute girl. That's it. I don't know. It's fine. All right, anyway, I think we're done. I don't think I have much more to say about the chapter, Rouge is not here. Okay, a definite blow against the chapter, it must be said. Whoa, look at Le Colors, bro. Look at Le Colors. Very impressive. Do we have any good memes down here? Any good memes? Oh, okay, he's going to lose more limbs. Yep, this is happening. Okay, excellent memes, everybody. Excellent memes. Very nicely done. All right. Wait a minute. Frankie Bros? I don't understand. It's the year of Frankie. Was he in the background somewhere? Do you see him? Maybe he's that pile of rubble. Maybe he's that, like, disembodied pile of, like, metal over there. Maybe that's right. Oh, it's so over. It's so over, Frankie Bros. This can't be happening. No! It was supposed to be our year! Hactor Bros. Like, he's behind this text box. That must be it. He's doing so many interesting things behind this text box. That's what it is. Oh, it's over. Okay, we're so over. There's no coming back from this one. Frankie getting no spotlight in the Vegapunk arc, honestly, is kind of wild. Bro, you just got to look at it the way Oda's looking at it. He wants to get this shit done. He's got no time to fuck around. We got to promote Film Red, and we got to wrap this motherfucker up. And also, in addition to that, he just doesn't care about Frankie that much. In terms of giving in spotlight on the story. Sorry. That's just how it is. It's a sad state of affairs. He doesn't have the time, and, like, the level of hierarchy of, like, giving Frankie more things to do is extremely low. And it's all about that hierarchy now, because there's so many competing, things for attention and screen time right now. He never had a chance, bros. I told you since chapter 1. I've been telling you. Film Blue Shilling is soon to come. Buggy Bros, we're going to be feasting. Okay. It's time to do our final wrap-up. Let's see what the scores are at right now. Okay, Goda versus Hacta. Excuse me. Goda 69. Oh, baby. Not bad. And Hacta standing strong at 31%. Okay, all right. Not bad. 272,000 Buckaroo bits versus 121. 29 voters versus 41. Okay. Well, we are going to find out soon who the victor is. So, in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, can we get some spamming? What's it going to be? Hacta or Goda? Can we get some energy going? All right, it's time for our blitz. Time for our blitzkrieg through the chapter. We're going to find out who is right and who is dead. Who's going to fucking buy the expensive store with all their money, all their buckaroo bits, the only legal currency that'll be worth a damn when the bombs fall on us and it's just this stream that's left, or losing it all, or losing the house, losing the kids, losing my respect personally, okay? All right, let's begin right now. So, chapter 276. Okay, we immediately begin. Film Red. Yikes. No, I love it. Strong Goda vibes. There was a mention of Film Red, which is my favorite film of all time. The only movie that exists. Okay. 1076. Whatever the fuck it is. Nami. Okay, everyone's cute. Oh, Boss Jinbei. Cringe. Okay, but everyone, Robin, reasonably cute. Okay, ooh, but it's new Robin, though. Acta spiking right now. Okay. Silly little guy over here, looking very silly. Okay, Kaku and Lucci, pretty cool guys. Okay, ominous, good, I like it. Very nice, scary. I like jokes. Jokes are good. Okay, slicing and dicing. Mr. One, okay. Is there any Hackta? Nah, not really. No Hackta detected. This is pretty good. Okay, I like it. I do like it. This is a good combination. If only Zoro had that, he'd actually be a good swordsman, not a cringe swordsman like he is now. Okay, green blood throws. We're eating. We're feasting. Okay, maybe just a little bit of. I like the straightforwardness of Lucci. Okay, that he is good. He's not gonna bullshit you. Okay, but this cringe. Okay, it's a little bit honor to Badoo. Okay, he's just gonna lie and kill you. Okay, he's a trained assassin. He will keep lying. He will keep deceiving. It's what he does. Okay, fuck you. Okay, Oda didn't write my head canon after reading the chapter. Okay, cringe. Actor, deep actor right there. Ursa Shock Bros. Okay, pretty cool. I like that attack. Gear 4th? But why though? I thought we established that Luffy goes full power all the time. Okay, clear hack. All right, obvious hack to moment right there. But Gear 4th is also kind of cool. So, okay, whatever. Who cares? Roku, oh, gone, bros. Okay, blasts him. Kaku doing a silly slicey dicey thing and an onigiri. Haha, that's a food. I know what that is. I like that. Okay, we've killed the boat. We've killed children. That's definitely Goda. Okay, we've discovered the secret boys trapped underground. We now know what's going on. Mystery Man. Mystery piece is spiking right now. Okay, Vegapunk is shitting and pissing himself right now. Probably the same one before. Okay, so we have met it. Okay, I like it. It's good. What else is going on? We're cutting. Elbaf Rose. Okay, giant. What's this? Is this a reference to chapter 1? Oh, he's never done that before in the history of the series. Oh my god. Is that Shankazu-chan? Oh, wait, but there's no title box. Obvious Hackta. How am I supposed to know who a character is if there isn't a title box over his fucking body? It's clear Hackta. Lucky Roo is here though. Okay, I like Ben Beck. I like Gunman. That's pretty cool. Okay, Dorian Bragi. Oh god. You know it. I don't even need to say it. You know what it is.
The American people are tired of women.
Hackta. We're tired of Hackta. Why, Hackta, do you keep cursing us with your curse? Oh god, no. Okay, Kid. He's here. He's ready to kill. He's gonna kill Shanks single-handedly. He's gonna rip his fucking dick off and make his left arm out of Shanks' dick. This is confirmed. I spoke to Oda. These are the events coming very soon in the series of small indie manga known as One Piece. He's got all these bitches on his dick. They want to eat him. This man's sneezing and coping. No, he's soy jacking. He's crying, but he's pretending that he's cool. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. It was, okay, that happened. That's pretty good, I guess. I don't mind that too much. Okay, and so in conclusion. It's Hackta. It's Hackta, everybody. I'm gonna be Hackta all along. Since chapter 1, this was destined for Hackta. It had to be done.
Thank you,
Everyone,
Baxter.
you lost all your money. It's all over for you. I'm sorry, go to voters. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? How could you possibly think? And I'll tell you why. Okay, listen. Okay, no, let's clear one thing up. Let's clear one thing up right now, okay? We need to clear one thing right up. You think this is Hackta? You think this is Hackta because of Dorian Bragi? No. That has nothing to do with it. I'll tell you why this chapter's Hackta. Because we see the red-haired pirates and zero of my wife Uta. Where is she? Hackta? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Where's Uta, the only member of the tribe? Look at her. Look how pretty she. Why is she not in the chapter? It doesn't make sense. She was in chapter 1. Would you not put her in this? I don't understand. Why? Oh, why? I don't care. Put her in the chapter. Bring her back from the dead. I don't give a shit. There you go. That's the canon reason why this is a Hackta episode. I'm sorry, but she's the main character of One Piece. If she's not going to be in the chapter, I don't know. Why isn't she puppeting her lifeless corpse around? Okay? Does he not care about his daughter? Keep sneezing about it, boys. Keep sneezing. Yeah, keep getting mad. Keep absolutely. This is you right now. Okay, this is you. Oh, I'm definitely not watching the stream. I'll see you in 2 weeks, motherfuckers. I'll see you then. They hated him for he spoke the truth. All right. Can we have peace between the Hacktas and the Godas? All right, these things happen. We can be divided. Much like the duel, all right, between Dory and Bragi, okay? Much like their honorable duel. we can put it aside for the minorest of plot conveniences and member berries. Okay, right? We can all do that, right? And it feels so good. Remember when we used to fight? Me neither. This is new stream. This is new piece, new stream. Okay, new me, new you. We don't care about old things. We only like new things. Okay, and that's where we're at. All right, everybody. That's it. That's it. You know, pretty good chapter. Gotta say, it wasn't too bad. And you know, it was a pretty good chapter. I don't. I did think that the dick suckery of Shanks is like whatever. It was a little bit much. Okay. His role in the story is actually good. He's like, I mean, he's a big dick Yonko threat. Kind of my biggest issue with Shanks in this chapter is just that like is that he showed up so. I felt that his previous appearance was just like really unnecessary. And it makes this one feel a lot less cool. Is kind of my actual criticism of like the narrative going on here, you know? I don't know. Kid's gonna win, baby. Yeah, kid's gonna win, guys. Kid's gonna win this one for sure. Oh, he's definitely gonna take out the Yongo, you know? All right. Alabasta, never heard of it. I just like Nika, bros. That's what I like. That's all I like. If he hadn't showed up in Wano, would this be? I mean, I think it would be more impactful. It would be cooler. Yeah, it'd be cooler. But it doesn't. It's not like it's bad. You know, it's good. I mean, it makes sense. You know, it's a little bit checklisty. Again, I don't really like that we're like cutting around so much. I feel like if Oda feels the need to cut to things, he doesn't have to devote like half chapters to like totally different areas. Again, this is schizo piece a little bit. We just cut around so much. It's like, you know. One Piece needs to focus on the crew and give them time to like breathe and hang out with their boys and do all that stuff. But we're getting a lot of like cuts around to different characters all over the place all the time. And what am I saying? Well, I mean that's really the issue. We're just not breathing with our boys that much. A lot of politics piece, a lot of a setup for more things. You know, the flow is quite stilted. You know, it's just. I like the new characters. I kind of wish we spent more time with them, you know? Oh, right. Crew? What crew? There's 20 new characters. You don't care. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. It's time for me to go and rest, and all of you as well. So, thanks for stopping by. Go to voters. Rest in peace, okay? Keep sneezing, okay? Keep getting mad, yeah. Oh, I love it. I drink the tears. I get sexually excited when I hear how mad you are about it. And I've been doing it since chapter 1. What can I say? Anything else? No, that's it. All right, we're done. I'm out of here, people. I'm literally going to take my own life over that. Didn't you show up too late to vote anyway, Lemon? I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe not. I don't know. Imagine voting Goda. Could never be me. All right, we'll see you soon, everybody. Hey, it was a good chapter. Was it a bad chapter? No, obviously not. It wasn't a bad chapter. I got the worst thing about the chapter is just the potentials I got. The potential issues I see with Dorian Brock. I don't know. Again, I really think even in the best of circumstances, it's gonna fuck with some aspect of Little Garden looking back on it. And like, you know, I don't love that stuff. And what we're gonna get out of it, I think, is going to be like absolutely unnecessary. And I really don't think it's nitpicky. I really think when I reread Little Garden, depending on how things shake out with this, I'm gonna be like, well, you know, okay, it's kind of nitpicky. I'll give you that. It's a little nitpicky. I don't think it like ruins it, depending on how Oda explains it. Depending on how he explains it. Pavel, is that you? Yo, buddy, we had to show this. You know, we were looking at this quite a while. I don't know. Some explanations will be better than others. We'll see. Yeah, we got to see where it goes, which is Cope. Okay, as long we agree it's Cope. You know, it's true. But I get a little frustrated with that. Now, it's definitely still true. That's correct. You do need to wait until the actual explanation to truly know. But I mean, I don't blame people for being like, fuck this. I can see implications of the walls concerning. At best, it's unnecessary. At best. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, all right, it's been fun, guys. I will see you in 2 weeks, okay? Because Hackta, you know, other reasons for Hackta. No stream next week. No chat next week. Very, very cringe. Very cringe. All right, I'm out of here, people. Gotta go. The most moral way to critique a work at all is after it's finished. Well, I wouldn't use the word moral. I would use complete, which is fair, because it is only fair and pragmatic to judge a series over Are you not allowed to make any thoughts about One Piece over 25 years? There are specific things you shouldn't judge, but you could have been concerned about the ending of One Piece for decades. You could have been concerned about that just fine. I would say especially since Fishman Island and some of that Joy Boy lore started to get in there. Prophecy Piece began, that's was reason for concern from even before that point, honestly, but we'll see. All right, I'm out of here, guys. It's been fun. See you next time. Have a nice night. Bye. See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.